Yo, 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 what's up? It's your man Rush Danger. We are back in the building. I'm trying to tell y'all, feeling fucked up this week, y'all. This whole fucking side over here feel like a motherfucking just like I got jumped by 17 gorillas. And they wanted to rape me, but I said no. I gotta wait though. I gotta wait with my virginity. I didn't get raped by no gorillas, but I'm telling y'all, a nigga feeling real fucking sore right now. How y'all feeling today? Let me see what's going on with my clique. So if y'all see my face today during the show and I just play and everybody else laughing, that's because motherfucking something just ran up my back. Just like, shit, nigga, what the fuck's going on? So I want to have, first let me say what's going on to Miss Etai. What's going on, baby girl? How you feeling?
Good. Lovely. Having a wonderful day.
Oh my God. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know somebody's feeling good. This shit been kicking. This is the third day, shit. The third day. Last night, look, I slept probably in total 3 to 4 hours because I kept waking up like, oh shit. And then when I wake up, I couldn't lay back down in the right position and shit, right? So I'll be like, oh my man. Yeah. What's going on, Nene?
Hey, I'm good. I'm here, dangling, but I'm here. I'm
You
here.
dangling? What you over there dangling? Okay.
I had an intense workout today, so excuse my appearance.
Feel the burn,
Um,
girl.
um, I have insomnia, so I have not been asleep since Sunday. And arthritis is not being my friend, so I have arthritis in my neck and in my spine. There's really nothing anybody can do about it, so
Send the energy.
I'm
I'm
here.
sorry.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're gonna have Shantae do a prayer service for everybody before we get off the show.
Gladly.
What's going on,
Me and
Mama?
Shantae both.
Mama over there sucking and licking on shit. Looking
That's
all
what got her in trouble.
We ain't even been on the show for 3 fucking minutes and you already putting it in your mouth. I feel you, Mama. What's going on, baby?
Hey, nothing. It's cool. Everything is everything.
What's up?
I hope you feel better though.
I do too, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm a manly ass nigga, but when I be hurting, I be trying to fight that shit. But last night, I was in this bitch I was in this motherfucker Did I try to be manly about it at the end? Like, fuck! This shit kicking my ass, dude. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. What's going on, Shantae, baby? How you feeling?
Okay, listen, y'all. Y'all got to help me make a decision. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Okay.
Y'all got to help me make a decision. You ready? Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
I'm
wait a
cooking.
minute.
Wait a minute.
Hold on,
Put it back. Put the first one back.
Going too fast. Okay.
Happy birthday to me.
Both of them.
Okay. Hallelujah.
Okay, got two.
Happy birthday.
Peach. You ain't gotta ask yet.
Don't do our shit, nigga. Some people.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, I forgot mine at the house, so
I
going for
love
Peach.
it.
Yes.
So you asking us since you go white or dark tonight, right?
Y'all got to help me decide.
I will
Peach.
check this out. If I can do anything, because I normally got me a drink, but I'm hurting so motherfucking bad today that I ain't even drinking that shit because I've been taking like ibuprofens and painkillers and shit. That I'm drinking water. So I'm gonna say go ahead. I'm gonna say drink something on the light side for you, boy.
Go with the peach.
Yeah, she got Gatorade. Go to peach. Okay, wait. Camille said the peach is a winner.
Yep.
Thank you, Delisa. Okay. Listen. I ain't cracked my peach yet.
Crack it open, Will.
You fuck with me. I'm about to start talking shit already.
I ain't cracked my peach yet.
That peach been cracked a long goddamn time ago. Don't be glad these young bucks.
It's not. Look, brand new in the bag. Brand new. I ain't cracked it yet. I didn't.
Pretty. I like the bag.
I know, right?
Me
You
too.
never had no crown piece, mama?
No.
Yes. Oh,
No,
yes.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing it.
I got drunk on the show with some crown
Yeah,
piece.
he had that peach last
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was sipping on. Like,
That peach is good.
I think we should taste the peach.
We'll go ahead and peach it up, baby.
I'm going to peach today.
Taste the
I'm going to
peach,
peach today.
absolutely.
Tay, just know it will sneak up on you, baby.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
will.
Well,
It will
unlike
sneak up
some
on
people on
you.
the panel, I do have a little bit of self-control.
Fuck that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm drinking what I'm
Put
drinking.
that out there then.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it.
Ooh.
I'm trying to tell your ass,
You didn't hear
you
that
fuck
from
around
me.
and be drinking till you drink too much peaches. We're gonna be seeing your peaches on this motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, Miss Shantae, put your
I
peaches
have
on
never, unlike some people, again. But you know what? I ain't gonna say no names. I'm gonna behave myself like a lady.
Okay. Well,
I
let me
got
let y'all
apple.
know.
I
Let me
got
let y'all,
apple.
let y'all know what we got going on today. For the first 53 minutes, we're gonna do our normal run through the clip shit, Then after that, we're gonna get into a very interesting conversation because there was a terminology that I came across today. Let me make sure I pull up the terminology just right. It's called a soul sexual. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about different terms, and we're gonna try to figure out if you've been running in a certain term, in a certain lifestyle, and you didn't know that. This is what the fuck you really are in. We're gonna give you a definition about it tonight. Some of this shit is gonna be a little deep. I know these niggas on my show, so it's gonna be something with a wolf and a sheep getting fucked. But at the end of the day, it's all in fun.
What a
But
what?
yeah,
A wolf and a sheep.
yeah, y'all some freaky ass niggas. I'd be scared to talk about sex with y'all ass. Y'all be taming a young boy. I'm innocent. I don't know nothing about that shit y'all be talking about.
Lies.
Before we get started, welcome to the show, Delisa, Camille. I know Charlotte is watching. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Please share the show. If you're on YouTube, please like the show. We appreciate y'all so much for supporting us. We love you bunches. So he started acting the fool, okay?
All right, fuck that. We're gonna start with you first since you want to say that shit. We're gonna start with this who's gonna act the fool shit first. I'm gonna start with Shantae. You get to pick the first clip. We either we're going fact or fiction. Friends ain't shit. I don't know you. Security. I thought you was a gangster. He wasn't ready. Someone please call 911. Did she tell me that? And I need my work ID. So which one you want to go with?
I feel like the game show music is playing. Friends ain't shit.
Friends ain't shit. Okay. I ain't gonna even set y'all up for this one. But I want to get an honest reaction from you motherfuckers.
Let me get ready.
I want to get y'all an honest reaction about the full video, and then we're gonna go into what I'm thinking about it. All right. So friends ain't shit. Coming to you courtesy of Miss Shantae. Let's get it.
You better beat our ass. Let out. You better beat our motherfucking ass. What you want? You better beat our ass. Now, where's Hollywood? Ain't nobody gonna jump in. Watch your Facebook. What's up, bitch?
You mad what? Because I had your brother eating out the crack of my ass?
Okay, I want to give y'all that brief little intermission in there. She said, "You mad at me because I let your brother eat my ass." We're gonna continue with this foolishness right now. Here we go.
That's why they fighting. Which brother fucked him and the other chick fucked him and the other brother. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, bitch.
We told you we're from Dayton.
You better keep your head up. Right there. You better keep your head up.
Hey, do not touch Brittany.
Is that it?
I'm home.
That's it?
That's the next one?
That's it? We ain't doing that jumping stuff. Okay, that's all I want to make sure we don't want to jump. We don't do that jumping. Wait, Brittany, you too goddamn big to be losing the fight to that little bitty ass girl. You better catch your breath and go back, bitch.
One nigga always gotta jump in and get a 2 cents. You too goddamn big to be losing that little ass girl.
Now. Hold on, wait. Let me catch my breath. Holly, what you say? Who is Holly in the blue?
Everybody know the girl.
Ajax lady. Who is Holly? I am.
Right there.
Oh, that's Holly.
Right there. That's the girl.
Baby, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to her. I get her texts.
Yeah.
Who's talking? Just on Facebook talking shit. To you? Yes. Okay, we got you. Want to fight Holly?
Girl, I ain't saying shit to her. I would just
Let me go get Facebook then.
Nobody want to fight
We got
her.
Facebook right here. Hold on.
I'm home.
It's cold as hell. It's cold. I just had to go.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you right.
I better get your ass over there. It's be done.
All right, let's talk about it.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
None of us ever know.
Listen, though. This what I want to go into. I'll be telling niggas you need to watch the friends that you got. Okay? Let's just say that they got the bucket. And shorty just like, nigga, I'm tired. I can't do this shit no more. For your friends to be like, bitch, get back in there. Get your and they want to fight somebody else out there, but they want to sit there and watch. You done. You are fucking done. You gassed. There is nothing left in your ass. It was very poor. Them motherfuckers said, wait a minute, I still need a couple minutes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She ain't trying to fight no more. It's just like a fucking dog. When you get a dog and that motherfucker runs up in the corner and curves up, you know that nigga's not a fighter. She was big. Now, this is the thing that killed me. Before she said she was tired, she made the comment of, oh, you mad because I'm fucking your brother. And then another chick in the background said, you dirty bitch, you fucking both of the brothers. And one of the brothers is dead.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yep.
How embarrassing can you get to get your first of all to be exposed as just a nothing ass hoe in public, and then get your ass beat, and then your friends is telling you to go back and get your ass beat some more. Explain that shit to me, Shantae. Come on, talk to me, baby.
On behalf of myself and the big girls that I know, I am very embarrassed. That's number one. Number two, this is what I want to know. Remember back in the day, if it was people around you fighting, they'd be like, fight, right? They, whoever side they was on. Since when did we start having whole conversations about who doing who taxes and who said what on Facebook? And we gonna switch to fight, and she gonna tag out and bring the other one in. When did all that happen? How did logic into
I'm gonna tell you what that was.
I don't understand.
Shorty didn't want none. Shorty, the bitch that she was talking to, she was like, man, when she started talking about tax, that was her way of saying, but I don't want none of this fucking fight shit that's going on out here. This shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I do taxes.
Who was the one that was like, shit, it's cold out here. Like, we ain't got time.
Times have changed. At least when you used to get to it with a nigga, they would ride with you. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to the day if I fight, we all fight? They just, you know.
We ain't doing that jumping shit. We ain't doing that jumping. Everybody older. They're like, we ain't doing that jumping shit.
Right, but they said that too, though.
They was kids, though. Them was some motherfucking kids. Come on, Nate. What you feel about that?
Oh. You know, videos like this makes me not want to like black people sometimes. And I'm gonna say this again. I mean, us black folks, giving the Caucasians and the other minorities a reason to talk about us.
Exactly.
I mean,
and it's Haitian Heritage Month. Shout out to all my Haitians trying to represent.
So okay, I can definitely understand, you know, why she if she was, you know, having sex with the girl's brother. Okay, she having sex with your brother, but she brought in the other brother that was gay. Yeah, that was a bit extreme, but clearly she got something that they both want. So I mean, I can't say too much about that. Black folks just never need to record anything for the rest of their life. Not never.
You know
never.
That
just throw the whole phone away.
Like, yeah, we wouldn't even have a show if niggas wasn't out here doing silly shit. Yeah, we talk about this every week.
Call Metro PCS or Crooked or wherever you, Walmart, you know, Straight Talk, wherever you got your phone from. Take it back and get your money back. Because I'm just through with black people altogether at this point. I'm done. That's it.
Eda, what you feel about that? What you feel about this niggerdom that we just got through watching? That's my term. This niggerdom.
Ignorant.
Shout out to my guy Dave Chappelle.
Ignorant. Like you say, I don't even want to claim them as blacks because they ignorant. Because I'm just like, you talk about one thing, then you go from another, and then it's like you bring everybody's business in it, and then they go from one extreme to the next. Like, well, when she do your taxes, well, she was talking shit about you on Facebook and da 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 da, and this and this and this. I'm like, why you bringing my business in it?
We are Indian today. You know, all of us got somewhere. We are Indian today. We ain't claiming. We gonna claim
Tay,
the other side.
I can
Right.
The other
I
side.
promise you.
I can't vouch for. I do have a percentage. Yeah. So
See, we
it
Indian
ain't
today.
faking. We ain't faking. You know that heritage ancestry. Yeah, I can prove it. But that's a whole different ball game. Anyways, she talking about some. I let him lick the crack of my ass and all this, and you that's between you and the brother. I don't even know if it's a straight brother or gay brother, but whichever one, that's between you or one of whichever brother you doing or did it. That's between y'all. Why y'all bringing all the business out in the streets? Okay, leave what's behind closed doors behind closed doors. We don't need to know your personal business.
Well,
Yes, thank
you
He
say
said
leave,
that either.
so
see
you
to know.
said, you said leave that, leave your business out the street. But I mean, what else do you expect from a street hood
That,
individual?
and I'm not street hood or in the, I'm not. I'm classy.
You
I'm
understand what
classy.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I'm
in their
classy.
mindset is a different mentality. You can tell by everybody that was around that motherfucker arguing that it's a different mentality. Come on, y'all, stick with me now. Come on, stick with me. All right, come on, talk to me, Mama Yanni.
Baby. Here's the problem that I have with the fight with people. So I still didn't get the gist of why they were fighting. I don't see why she.
The big girl was fucking the other girl's brothers.
Oh, so let me ask you a question then. So why would that even be an issue unless the sister fucking her brothers? Cause I don't care who my siblings have sex with. I could care less. Why am I going to fight you for fucking my brother?
What if she?
Why would you want to fight me for fucking with your? Why? I don't get that.
This is the thing. If you listen to it, it was two brothers in question. She fucked two of them. One of them she said was gay. So
Okay.
like the whole thing was a little bit, different for me. You know what
Well,
I mean?
he
Like,
ain't all that gay if he having sex with her.
Right, because even if the only
eating
thing he
booty.
did was lick her ass.
Well,
I mean,
we live in a day where niggas say that they bi-curious and bisexual, and so it's and when we get into the 8 o'clock hour, we're gonna talk about some of this terminologies that's out here that gotta recognize what they fucking dealing with or what they claiming that they didn't know what the fuck it was in the first fucking.
Whatever.
Yeah, but it's still hard for me to just like, and I'm with Shantae because I know when we used to fight, if it was an issue, like I had a fight with a girl once, and it was just an issue, it was just a fight. Everybody was surrounding us. We fought. When we got through fighting, we ended up best friends all the way through high school. After the fight, my friends never would have told me if I got my butt kicked to go back and fight some more.
You go back and lick your wound.
Yeah, only my brothers taught me that. Only my brothers told me if I come home with my butt kicked, I'm gonna get my butt whooped when I get home. So I better not come home with a loss.
Well, right, that was obvious. You don't come home with your butt kicked, but the thing is, you
right there. You right there with them.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a motherfucker coming home. This is a motherfucker getting their ass whooped right in front of you.
I got one more thing to say. Again, from the big girl standpoint, only because the friend said you should not be that big. Your public. Let me explain something to all my big girls. Y'all gotta understand something. When you get up and if you gonna jump in the ring, understand where your power got to come from. Typically, we got that power in our thighs and our booty. You got to pull that power up from the soles of your feet through them gams,
through
them ankles, through them buttocks. You got to pull that up and bring it up through your fist and make contact. You cannot be that big and that full and that plump and getting your bubble like that. I'm telling you, that is not part of the big girl creed. You got to do better. You got to
put your weight behind that fist.
Put your weight behind it.
Or either what we used to do
hold
is
on.
sit on it.
I'm about to move on to the next one because I want to make sure at 8 o'clock we're going into the other topic. Okay. So either you up next. You get to choose from. Okay. I'm gonna try to pick a good one. Someone please call 911. He wasn't ready. Fact or fiction? I don't know you. I'm gonna give you those.
I wasn't ready.
I want to do it because I wasn't ready for that one.
All right.
Russ,
All
you
right.
missed it. You missed
I'm
it.
sorry.
All right. I'm gonna tell you this.
Russ, you missed it. This one right
Yeah,
here.
I did because I had the thing up. I couldn't see it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Hold on,
No,
let me.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. I guess I wasn't ready either, nigga. All right.
No.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just give you a little prelude to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this, fellas and ladies. You know, beware of when you want to roast, your significant other online, because they just might roast your ass back.
Listen, can I borrow some hair and fix the rest of my beard, please? Can I take this? Because it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. And to be honest, you really need to cut that shit. I'm gonna just be real. I really would appreciate if you cut that shit off, because what make you think you could just walk around like that?
And what makes you think you can live off me and you 30?
Bro.
You really need to sign a lease. You really need to buy a car that don't cut off after 2 minutes. You really need to get your money up and not your funny up. You really need to pay your phone bill.
Okay, but
We'll see.
you're gonna be all right.
I'm gonna lead off with this. Because I've ran across some spicy ass women. I've ran across some women that I'll be like, yo, calm that shit down, fucking with me like that. But he wasn't ready for that. He
wasn't ready.
Listen, she just told that nigga some shit that was in her heart and her mind that has been there for
the whole time.
The whole time, honey.
And not only did she just let him know, she let the fucking world. Now this is the thing. When he did lift the armpit up and I saw the little hair, I was like, yeah, she needs to go ahead and shave that shit. But when he kept going, and she was laughing at first, but when she turned that fucking chair, she was like, yeah, your ass needs to get a job. And your ass needs to fuck around and pay. I was like, oh shit. I said, then you heard him in the background like,
we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. Okay. All right. We're gonna be all right. No, you're not. No, you're not.
He was like,
y'all not gonna be all right until you take your ass down to the unemployment office and get you a check coming in that motherfucker, or you go out and get a goddamn job.
It wasn't like she had buckwheat in her head. Like, it just could have been just a couple of weeks. We don't know how fast the hair grow back. He should have left well enough alone. But no, he should have left it alone.
I just told the motherfucker the other day. I said, man, it's a difference when you got your own shit, as opposed to when you talking shit to somebody and you ain't got shit and they got shit, and you talking shit to the motherfucker that got shit but you ain't got shit. That motherfucker really got all the ammunition that he needs, because all he has to do is talk about your life.
I hate y'all.
And it's gonna be one of them things that when he say that shit, it's gonna be dead ass serious, and you're gonna see a look on a nigga face. Average nigga be ready to fight. Average be. If he was a hard nigga, if he was a street nigga, he'd have been ready to fight her. He'd have been.
He probably would have bust up already. He would have hit her for one good time.
Them armpits was pure stress. She ain't got time to be shaving. She paying all the damn bills. That was pure stress. But leave her alone.
Yes, bro. I'm done with Jerome. I can't with this. Really, Rome? I love you, but you
just got too much stuff on her mind. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And armpits ain't one of them. She got 99 problems, and armpits ain't one.
Right.
Oh my God! I swear to God, y'all just made my shit hurt so bad. I'm trying like not laughing. I'm so my shit hurt. My shoulder is fucking killing me.
You just need one good shot of tequila, Russ, and you be good.
I do. I need something, G, but I'm trying
you
to.
You can have one shot.
Bye, Jerome. Bye, Jerome.
Other than Advil, you good.
No. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I done had meds since yesterday, and I don't take meds. You feel what I'm saying?
I
And then I
feel
just
you.
took some shit that about an hour ago that I've never taken a fucking day in my life, and I'm praying.
Okay.
It's making me feel a little better. I'm feeling it right now, but when y'all motherfuckers make me laugh like that shit come back and be like, no, nigga, I'm here. I'm here. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Hey, mama, talk to me. That's your clip, mama. You talk to me.
Oh, baby. I didn't call it. You did.
That's your clip, baby.
That's even clear.
Yeah, that was my clip.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
told you, he was wrong for messing with her. He should have shut his mouth. She didn't have buckwheat under her arm. It'd be different if she had a whole daggone afro.
no.
She just
It
had a
did
little.
no. It did look like she had two bald children up under her arm that had like little patches and shit.
Okay, but they wasn't nappy.
It was a fake
It
patch.
wasn't a whole full of head of hair. It might have been a baby.
Right.
It was like how niggas is. She got that natural nappy shit. So when shit get the sweat and shit, that shit curl up. It looked like she had some little junk. It did look like she had some jungle shit up in there. But he was trying to go too hard and be too funny on her ass, and it just.
But she was minding her own business at her house, in her crib. She won't out showing everybody like, hey y'all, I got all of this.
I bet you he won't do that shit again. I bet you he won't do that
I
shit
bet
again.
you he won't. No, I bet you won't say nothing else to her.
And if he do, I bet you he gonna have like 5 motherfucking jokes already lined up that he gonna be because next time they do that shit, he gonna be saying the shit that's on his mind now. Come on, talk to me, mama.
Maybe next time he do that shit, he'll have his own phone. Because it wasn't his phone.
Why y'all got me feeling like Fred Sanford in this motherfucker? I keep grabbing my shit, motherfuckers keep making my shit. Oh my god.
You know what his phone? Because when she started going off, he didn't take it. That was her phone. That's how you know it was her phone.
Oh my god. So everybody, this is on my right side, so it's not my heart. I ain't about to have a heart attack. These motherfuckers is making me laugh. And that little motherfucking tremor that's in my back just like they fucking me up, G. So when y'all see me, I'm not pledging allegiance to the flag, none of that shit. I'm trying to keep my chest, but in my chest. This shit hurt. Come on, Nate, what you think about that one?
You might the fact that he tried to scoot off, like try to exit stage left as she was roasting him. Like, bro, you already out there. You might as well stay till she get finished. I mean, stick a fork in him. When no juices that popped out, he's done. He's done. Okay, just stick a fork in him. Can't base him. You can't do none of that. Like, he's done. He is done. Done. Just
Don't say
done.
steak and juicy.
Oh, and Jerome said something about his cricket bill. She paying that bill. He ain't paying nothing.
Shantae, what you think about that, Tay? And then after that, Eda, get ready to read these comments right quick, and then I'm gonna go to the next clip. Let's on track. Try to keep us on track.
Whenever a black woman just start firing shit off like that, not only was that sitting there, she had been thinking about it earlier that day because she had it all. It wasn't just she was already on. She was already so away, and girlfriend just let it roll off. Oh, this is what we doing? Well, let me tell you about the fact that, and she just yeah. He picked the wrong game.
He had 2 combos. She gave him 2 combos.
Them armpits pure stress. You better leave her alone.
All right, come on, Eda. Read these lessons.
Okay. Yeah, Tish, we're gonna go back to the first one. Like Tish, I'm gonna go back to the first one. She said, "Yeah, use all this weight." Alexander said she was throwing, but her aim wasn't shit. Marguerite said, "Preach." Shantae said, "Right, Alexander." Marguerite said, "Wasn't ready." Jerome said, "Hey, party people." Marguerite said, "Can't wait to hear this." Okay, Jeremy said, "Well, damn, LOL." Aranza said, "Well," LaShonda said she threw his whole life under a bus. Boop, boop, and he rode over it twice. He got rode over twice. Marguerite said, "I'm dead." Jerome said, "Full chamber of fuck you bullets." Marguerite said she got hot mad. Hot mad. Okay. Van said that nigga Whack is a clout chaser. Most definitely. LaShonda said that's why you don't play the dozens with people. For real though. Jerome said he getting pegged today. Marguerite said he was a whole leech, had too much balls, and got walnuts cracked.
We.
All right. Maurice says, I want to know why he talking shit if he with her. He's supposed to accept it or leave her alone. Van said Junior spoke the truth. Shantae said, right, Maurice. Jerome said, I was waiting for a dick joke. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I was waiting for her to call him out on that too, but she did. She left that alone. Marguerite said, bet between her legs a whole forest. Jerome said he got to pay his cricket bill though. Marguerite said facts. Marguerite said call Tyrone. Jerome said he finna cry in the car. All right, Friday. Oh, Jerome said she got a notebook full of shit called What He Don't Do. Marguerite said snappy comebacks. And Van said she had a few in the chamber for him, huh? Just a few? She had quite a few
He
left.
can't call Tyrone because Tyrone ain't got no money either.
He can't call Tyrone because his phone is off.
He can't. He ain't got no phone. That was her phone. I told you that, Eden.
His
I told you it
phone
was
was
his
off.
phone. Nope. Okay, it was off.
She said no. She said no.
He can catch the bus. He can take his raggedy duffel bag and go catch the bus. He can't even call the Uber.
He ain't got change to catch the bus.
She said no.
Call him. But you can't use my phone.
All right. Y'all niggas so wrong. Y'all
You
niggas-
know we right, Russ. That's what she said. You can't use my phone. Cheers. That's that
my
crown
God.
speaking. That crown talking right now. Tay. And this is Apple. You got peach.
All right,
Nada,
all right.
we stay you with your ginger ale.
All right, here we go. Okay. Nada, you up next. You get to choose from I don't know you,
Be kind to us, Nada.
fact or fiction. No, I'm on the bullshit now, so I'm going for all the bullshit ones now. All right. I don't know you, fact or fiction. Someone please call 911. Yeah. And this one is the stupid one of the day. I need my ID for work.
I gotta go with I need my ID for work. I got to.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all know this. I come from a day where if niggas did crimes, we at least tried to be smart about it, even if we was dumb. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even if we was dumb, we was trying to be. We thought we was being smart. You feel what I'm saying? This next nigga right here, I'm just gonna tell y'all what the fuck he did first. Him and his buddies went to my guy house and they robbed him. The next day, this motherfucker comes back and says this to the motherfucker. Check this out.
Look, man, I don't know how to explain this to you, but my little brother was in, I guess, he must have left my ID and shit. And I'm just being the responsible one and coming to tell you, you feel me, that I kind of need that ID because it's the only way that I can go to work. He has my stuff.
Well, nobody left an ID here.
Did you check the backyard?
Huh?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you the dummy part about this whole fucking movie.
Can you check the backyard?
That's where he gave himself the fuck away. Well, how would you know where the fuck? If your brother was the one that came in and broke in my shit, how the fuck do you know where the shit is? And what the fuck is your brother doing with your ID when he's out
That
robbing
there.
motherfuckers?
That there.
What is your brother doing with your ID in the first fucking place? Explain that.
And where you working that you need your ID?
If a nigga touches anything that belongs to me, you got to tell me what the fuck you doing right then and there. Like, we got to have a conversation right then and there. It's not going to be after you rob a motherfucker and then you come back and say, you know what, I left your shit in a motherfucker's backyard. And then you just so happen to know the backyard of, you know, the house and all that shit to go to. How fucking dumb can you be? How do you feel about that, Nay? You picked that shit.
You know that
The
show,
shenanigans.
World's Dumbest Criminals?
That's one of them.
That's got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. I don't mm, like. How do you go back into
with a
someone's
straight
house
face.
with a straight face and ask for your ID because you dropped your brother had your ID, your ID. How do you do that? Like,
Hey, Nathan, listen, let's check it out. Let's just say it was your brother that did that shit, right? Why would you go to a nigga crib and give your brother up? Either way, that was my brother that did
either
that.
way it goes, it's some dumb criminal like black people. To my African American people, I love y'all sometimes. I question a lot of stuff that y'all do, but why? Just why? I don't understand your logic of thinking. I don't know. I'm
Stupidity that you
claiming
have a
part
logic.
Haitian today. I'm just claiming part Haitian today.
Listen, stupidity does
And
not have a
and,
logic.
and Native Americans. So no, I'm good today.
Okay. Mama Yoni,
Yes, love. Yes, yes, yes.
what do you feel about my man going back to the crib? You want my shit back? After I robbed your ass. Wait a minute. After I robbed you, I want my shit back.
Well, here's the first big problem with that. It looked like he had rings or some form of, ID of people who come to his door. I don't like the fact that he gave his brother up. First of all, even if it was his brother, even because I got a feeling it was just him.
He might not even have a brother.
He ain't got no brother. It was just him. So my thing is, why they don't watch Dexter or CSI or
That part.
Blue, the Blue
Bloods.
Y'all don't watch nothing.
No, they too busy thinking of dumb shit to do. They can't sit down.
Oh.
Listen, that type of nigga can't sit down
Law
and
and
watch the
Order.
whole fucking show.
That's the problem.
Listen, even if they watch the show, right? They don't even get the concept of like when they show some shit, they be like, and we just watch the shit, be like, they touched the fucking, they touched the door, they left their fingerprint, and we just think about that shit. They look at that shit, be like, oh, okay. I gotta touch the door when I walk out the fucking, when I'm breaking the motherfucking crib. Like, I gotta do that shit. They ain't thinking, man. They ain't thinking. They ain't even paying attention when that shit on. I'm trying to tell you. They watching the dumbest shit on, period. They probably watching.
They must not be watching World's Dumbest Criminals because that's some dumb shit too. But they ain't even watching that. I just don't get that. And you bold enough to come back. If you stole, I don't know what you even stole. What you stole, but you didn't have enough stuff that you stole to pawn the shit to get the money to pay for your work ID. Because I know if I lose my ID, it's like $5. You ain't get $5 worth of shit to get a new work ID. Why would you go back to the scene of the crime?
Wait a minute, he never even thought to tell his job like this. I lost my wallet. I need to get a new ID. What's the process for me to get a new ID? That nigga said, hey, my brother broke in the crib and I gotta be at work.
I need my ID for work.
I would have started laughing at that motherfucker. I'd have been like, nigga,
he'd have been still waiting there when the police pulled up.
That's what I was about to say. I'd be like, I'd have talked to his ass just long, and I'd be like, hold on 1 second, let me go look for him. You know what I'm saying? Because his dumb ass
right there.
He let you, and I'd have called the police, and I'd be like, let me know y'all like I'm right around the corner, so I can, so I can say something stupid to this motherfucker right when they, you know what? I think it's right at the end. Stand, hold your hands up right quick. I'll make the motherfucker go through the most for the police. Hold your hands up and put them behind your back. I think it's right there. Then the police just go pop out the corner like, nigga, you stupid something, bitch, you. All right, come on. What do you think about that, E?
America's dumbest criminals. He's still dummy. And I'm with LaShonda. How you gonna try and cover your face up? Like, dude, if your brother did it, just say your brother did it and keep it moving. Hey, but you know you guilty because you covering your face up. Yeah, I think it's in the backyard. When he said that, I was like, you big
Just
dummy.
saying, so why don't you just go to the backyard and get it?
Exactly.
Why ring the
And I'm with y'all, like you say, Mama, Law and Order, CSI, NCIS, all them things that you got, these criminal videos, these
forensic files.
they got these things that
You
show
got
you the
cold
ID.
case, cold justice.
they the dumbest ones because I look. That's why I say, okay, I can't do this. See, that's why I ain't a dummy. I got to make sure I wipe this down. I got to make sure I bleach this. I'm gonna do
Just
some
go
stuff to
back to
break.
Dexter. Listen,
Pretty
Eda,
Dexter,
let me help you.
Dexter was
Let
my
me help you.
show.
If you just go
Dexter was
back to Dexter,
yes.
The good
you
old
ain't gonna
days,
leave
honey.
nothing nowhere.
I'm
There you
taking
go.
some. Yeah, I'm gonna suit up and I'm
Nothing.
gonna take some peroxide with me because peroxide sure enough breaks stuff down. Hello,
See, I'm trying to tell you, these type of
I'm trying
niggas
to
that
tell
y'all,
you.
the type of niggas that we just watch. I tell y'all talking about y'all watching and pick it up. The only thing that they gonna pick up is I should talk to myself when I do a crime. You know how Dexter be having that little voice and shit.
yeah, Dexter be off the chain. Yes.
So he gonna be like, so what that nigga was doing, we walked up to the door and on the inside said, ring the doorbell and tell him that
Yes. That's how I know. I said I ain't gonna never get kidnapped and I'm gonna get away with all the crimes I do because
That's exactly how his
that
voice
is the
sound like
voice.
that. His voice sounded like that through the whole thing. Like, you know what? You're not gonna get caught. You know. So, matter of fact, look at the camera a couple of times. Just look up. Just look up. Just look up.
I was a little hard. I was a little hardcore when Dexter did get caught. I was like, you slipping.
Motherfucker should have been like, hey, do me a favor. Why don't you just tell me your whole name so I can make sure I get the right ID out the back? You know, I just got all this. What year were
You know
born?
what? Yeah, you would do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay. I don't care if you run it or not. We got all that we need from you, dumb. All right, try to tell you what you feel about that, Eddie.
You know, real talk. A part of my bloodline is Creole, and anybody who knows Creole knows that it's part French. And today, I am claiming that side. Bonjour, je m'appelle Chanté René.
All right,
I am not claiming these Negroes if it's the last thing I do.
Not at all.
Y'all are my
ignorant
cousins.
Negroes.
Y'all ain't my God family. I don't want. We ain't play cousins. We ain't aunties. I'm not claiming none of y'all. Y'all dumb shit, and I'm embarrassed. I'm not claiming y'all.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just thinking of shit that he could have done that just would have made it even funnier. You know what I mean?
He could have put on a mask for all that matter. He could have put on one of them Phantom of the Opera masks and still be like, yo, my brother did. Like, really, dude?
No, I'm gonna tell you what he would have done if he was smart. That nigga should have called and reported that somebody stole his wallet.
The operative word here is if.
And that's it. I'd be like, God damn, I left my shit over there. I'm about to go call the police right now and be like, man, somebody stole my shit. I'm about to make a report with the DMV. I'm about to go through all that shit.
Yep,
And I'm going to call the motherfuckers like, man, I cannot believe that I lost it, man. Like,
come on, Vance.
Somebody just got me. I don't know what happened. It must have been when I was in Pick and Save. I was trying to get all of the eggs that I could get to put in the basket.
Pick and Save.
Hey, mama.
Yeah.
You ready to pick yours?
Yes.
Okay. You got two to choose from.
Okay.
Fact or fiction, or I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know you.
Let's go and go with I don't know Negroes. We don't know these Negroes today.
Okay.
Maurice.
Okay. This is another one that I'm not going to give a no setup to because this is so self-explanatory. That when I tell you that this one is one of the dumbest things that I think a motherfucker could do in history. But we're going to watch how this plays out. Here we go.
Dudes be on some shit.
Wow, that's what we doing? You just got my number upstairs. And now you with a whole nother chick.
This is my girlfriend.
That's your girlfriend?
This is my
really? That's your man?
So that's what you was doing upstairs? Baby, I don't even know this woman.
He just took my number upstairs.
You been drinking?
He just took my number upstairs. Check his phone.
I asked you what time it was.
Check his phone.
Is that what we doing? Babe, don't even believe
We coming out to a venue and you hollering at other women? Really?
I don't even.
You don't got my number?
You're crazy.
You don't got my number.
You're delusional.
You don't have my
You're
number.
on drugs.
You don't have my number.
You need prayer.
Check his phone, boo.
Let me see your phone.
Check
my phone.
He just stored me under new boo.
Open it up.
New boo.
Yes.
I don't even know you.
You just took my
You've been
number.
doing drugs.
Check his phone.
Call my phone. I bet it
Check
don't
his
ring.
phone.
Call my phone. I bet it
No,
don't
check
ring.
his phone. He
Call
saved
my phone.
it.
I bet it don't ring.
Oh, so you gave me a fake number?
I don't even know
You was just hollering at me upstairs.
All right, we out of here.
I don't have time.
Oh, okay. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
See, this is why y'all ain't shit.
You
Y'all
ain't shit. Hey, you know what?
You ain't
Hey,
shit.
fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Fuck you then.
Fuck you, sister.
And you bow-legged.
Listen.
You bow-legged.
Listen, sister. Leave him. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't text me. Don't call me. You a loser. You ain't
All
shit.
right. God bless.
Okay, sister, run, sister, cause he ain't shit. He ain't shit. And he got his butt cheeks hanging out.
Well,
Okay, Mama, you got the floor, baby.
well, sometimes you make an error in judgment, and you think that you can give someone or get a number from someone that you're not going to see in the next few minutes. That was a huge error in judgment. You see, he does protest too much because he never did give the girl the phone ever. And then when he turned around and say,
Shut up, Larissa.
right, that wasn't even me. Like, I don't know you, but how do you not know me? Call my phone. Oh, so you gave me the wrong number. Check the phone though. See, if he had the phone, he was not giving up that phone. She crazy. Something wrong with her. No, nigga, you does protest too much. You did that shit. You did that shit. Absolutely.
One thing I can say though, that nigga kept it funny all the way through that bitch, because that nigga was saying the funniest shit back to her. And so I was like, this is not his first time getting caught the fuck up. This nigga he has been caught up so many times that he is cool with the response. Because this is what I was thinking. I'm like, out of all the places that you can holler at a motherfucker, you holler at a motherfucker while you out on a date. Like, they was out on a date. They was hanging out outside chilling. And he must have went to the bathroom or some shit and went on the inside, and he saw her, and he's like, yo, what's up? And he got the number. And nigga, you didn't think that she might see you sitting outside with another bitch just chilling?
Nope.
Didn't care.
He won't
Because
think it was a top head.
he thought he could get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love women. These motherfuckers is crazy. You pull that shit with the wrong mother. Like that motherfucker that walked up, she was a crazy motherfucker. She just walked up. She didn't know if that was his sister or not. Yo, excuse me. I who the fuck is you with? Nick, just met that motherfucker. So she's a firecracker already. You feel what I'm saying? But you niggas, y'all better be a little bit more. You got to be more careful.
Excuse me, we ain't crazy. We smart. That's why we get away with most shit.
No, listen. I'm telling y'all, some of the most intelligent, smart women in this world are crazy than a motherfucker. If you touch that right button on them, I'm telling you, I know. I know. I didn't touch the button on some crazy.
We know you know, Russ.
I mean, where the fuck that crazy come from? I'm just sitting here. Shit.
But this young woman wasn't crazy. She was very adamant.
Very intelligent,
she even warned the sister. She's like, girl, this ain't the one. This ain't the
Now,
one.
she was on bullshit when she walked out because she had the camera and everything. That lets you know she was on some bullshit. Because if that would have been a friend of his, it'd have been like, okay, what you got the camera for? You know what I'm saying? But she came out there like, oh, okay, I see a nigga with another bitch. Okay, that's what we gonna do. Let me go ahead and hit record. Let's go live. And excuse me. That's how she walked out. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I can't with him.
That's how she came. She said, who are you? She put the hand out there. You know how y'all ladies do. Who are you? Who are you? I just met him on the, and she ran the whole shit. I just met him on the inside just a few minutes ago.
Wait a minute. Are you
Vance,
trying
get
to
one sit
mimic
down.
the
Well,
hand
you
grab? Are you
really?
trying to mimic that? Don't
Yeah,
play with us right now.
That's a new fresh nail dude.
I just met him a few minutes
I
ago.
know you didn't.
What the
I
fuck's
know
going
you
on?
didn't. No, you didn't. Look, no, you didn't.
He tried to play that shit off cool at first. Like, I don't know you. You know me, nigga. You just dropped, nigga. I'm in your phone. I'm in your phone. Your baby dog. You listen. And then the nigga thought he was slick because he got the phone number, but you can tell he had not called her yet. So he said, "But what's my number?" Because
He ain't stupid.
Well, what's my number? She said, "Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Nigga? I'm in your phone. It's Miss Chocolate Boo Boo."
New boo.
I said, "Oh,
new boo."
Nigga, because if you go on that phone and Chocolate Boo Boo is in there, she just start typing Choc and Chocolate Boo Boo pop up, then your ass is in trouble. What you think about that, Nay?
So when you get a number from a person you type in their digits,
Mm-hmm.
all 10, and then you call that person, to make sure they have your number and lock you in. What she should have done was call the number and let that phone ring, and that would have let her know
She
that,
didn't.
hey,
He didn't. But see, that's the thing. That's
He
the
didn't
thing.
give her the number though, Nate.
He
He
see. That's
didn't
what I'm
get. He
saying.
hadn't
That's why
got
he
it yet.
told her. That's why he was like, "Well, call me then. You call me if you ain't got to," because he knew that he had her number, but
that
she didn't have
nigga
it.
was lying. He talked to her. He was double. I mean, at the end, I mean, she did say he was cheeked up. He was double cheeked up at the very end. Told her, "God bless you." So that nigga was
Well, that don't
lying.
mean
He was
shit because
showing
you
his
gave
booty
your number
cheek.
to that nigga when he was double cheeked up. That nigga was double cheeked up when he walked up and met your ass. You gave that number out. That's not. That's neither here nor there. That's some shit that you. Because
Well,
women love to do that shit.
she was
Women
bowlegging
love to
and
do
you
that
walked
shit.
up to her too.
Women
Well,
love to do that shit. Women love. Let me tell you something. Women love to do that shit. They love to say shit to a nigga to hit below the belt. Because like I'll be cracking up when I hear women be like, "Little dick ass nigga." I'm like, "Well, you been fucking that nigga for 5 years. When that dick wasn't that little. You've been sucking on that motherfucker for 5 goddamn years. That it was big enough at some point. Even if your pussy swelled up for a little bit and it just felt like, but niggas don't fuck this shit with me. Come on,
Tweezers can
We
pick up
done with you.
anything.
We done.
Oh,
what you say?
We're done with you.
Tweezers can pick up anything.
No more comments from you, sir.
yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
You on
Come on,
hush.
Shantae, what you feel about that video?
These people are energy draining. For the life of me, I don't understand. There are some things at my age that I just refuse to argue about. I just refuse. I don't have it in me. Now, it could be an interesting situation. I don't know if those two rode together. I don't get, but my mom always told me, you always have enough money to get home. I don't care who you with. Where you never know when some shit might go down, so it don't matter. I will call me an Uber, but I'm gonna say this to you, boo. I'm gonna say this to you. Y'all gonna work that out. It was nice while it lasted. I'm gonna go on back to my place. And yeah, we could talk later if you want to try to explain your way out of it, I guess. But I'm not about to do this right now. I'm not. I get tired just looking at the people. I don't understand this constant. We in a relationship, but we always got to be in some kind of conflict. Boo. If you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, just say that. Be upfront about the shit.
Right.
I'll decide if I want to be with you or not. I got big girl panties on, so I can make that decision. But if you told me that's what you wanted, then I expect you as a man to follow through with that. If there's a problem for you, then we should have had a conversation before now. But I'm not gonna be out. We supposed to be out on a date, and I'm expecting to enjoy myself. You mean tell me that every time we go out, there's the possibility that some female is gonna come confront us because you tried to be on this side? I'm not about to do that bullshit with you. I'm too old for that. I'm too goddamn old for it.
Ita,
Mm.
you the last one that has. I got everybody else but Ita on that one, right? I just want to make sure. Come on, Ida. What you feel about that?
I'm with
And
Tay.
then I'm gonna bring up the last clip.
I'm with Tay on that one. Yeah, he really won't thinking that whole way through, and I ain't got time for it. That's why when you on a date, I drive, you drive. Unless we in a relationship, then we got that. But then when you want to be acting stupid, give me the keys. I don't care if it is your car. You gonna walk home tonight. You gonna catch an Uber. Wasn't me. hmm Okay, to the comments. To the comments. Let's see where we go.
This thing is so crazy.
I know. Uh, you gotta love me. Okay, we're gonna go back to Lashonda. Lashonda says, "Why you hiding in line? He knows what you look like and where you work. But how did that conversation go, man? I don't feel like going home from work. Let's break into this house." Van said, "Word, I would have had mad stupid shit for him to laugh at my ass off." Marguerite said, "Dexter was a whole pro." Marie said, "That boot." Van said, "Word, bro." Van said, "Word, Ghana all day for me." Marie says, "If my aunt had a dick, she would be my uncle." I'm still trying to figure that comment out, but that's a whole different ballgame. Then Maurice comes back with, if was a fifth, we would all be drunk.
I get what he's saying. He's saying woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, shit to a bag of sugar. That's what he's saying.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, but I got the if was a fifth. I got that one because that one's all day alone. Because that was used to be what grandma and them used to say.
Come on, let's go.
Margaret said, or American Psycho. Marie said, I just saw that video on TikTok earlier. Shantae said it wasn't me. Laugh out loud. Lorenzo said she bow-legged. Hell, that's why he got the number in the first place. Marguerite said, not the butt cheeks. Tish says they do it all the time. Shauna says, so his phone off and he taking numbers, but I'm glad his girlfriend ain't the one of those that like to fight over other women knowing they man ain't ish. Marguerite said, thinking with his dickhead. Van said, preach, bro. Van so what, left my ass off? Marguerite said he double dipping a whole whore, LLL. Van said she was doing a video so she was stuck. Van said like she wasn't feeling his swag. Elise said, yes, say that shit. Lorenza said, I would get her too. And when she came down, I'd say spin and look my gal in the eye and say, yeah or nay. He was ready for a threesome. Lashana said her proof would have been if she called him by his name or nickname. If he gave her one, then his girl would have known, but she probably knows what she dealing with. And Mari said, I made up with my own if comments.
What's going on, my man Maurice? What's going on? I'm thank you. I love it when my fellas step up and talk their shit with me, because I be feeling like a motherless child out here. I be feeling like I be fighting my battles by myself. Van's probably sitting over there nursing his foot. So bless your little foot, nigga. Get yourself together. All right, I'm about to play this last clip, and then we're gonna get into the conversation about soul sexual. We're gonna talk about soul sexual. I know a lot of y'all may have never heard that conversation before, but we're going to talk about it in just a few minutes. This is the last clip that we really sort of going to get into tonight. We're going to focus on this thing right quick. All right, ladies. She spilled the tea on y'all motherfuckers. I've been thinking that y'all was some good, wholesome ass women and shit until I heard this motherfucker talking. And I said, you know what? She got a little truth in that motherfucker. Here we go.
Shit that females are going to hate me for saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Part 1. The same way that men go through their kind of hoe phase, like their cheating phase, where they just don't know how to be faithful. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. That little phase that they go through normally when they're young, but some of y'all old motherfuckers go through it too. I don't know. We have that phase too. But ours is so much worse.
Oh, we know.
Because we're going through our phase secretly. Yeah. You can go through a whole relationship with a woman thinking that she never, ever cheated on you. And the whole time she was. Because when we do it, we put more effort into hiding it. You'll never find out unless we want you to. If you find out that a woman's cheating, she wanted you to know. That's why I can't stand behind the whole men ain't shit thing. Because men and women go through that ain't shit phase. Shit that females are going to hate me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Part 2. So the reason why we friend zone you is because we are 9 times out of 10 not physically attracted to you.
There it is.
But we know that we can get pretty much whatever we want out of you. And because you are in that phase with us where you're trying to impress us because you actually like us, you'll do pretty much whatever to try to impress us. And we take full advantage. We know we can call you for anything and you will say yes because you're hoping that the friendship leads to something more. I promise you though, it's not. If she wanted to be in a relationship with you, if she actually liked you, that would have been done. All the shit that you do for her, that would have been done if she really wanted to be with you. Yeah. And I am well aware that what I'm saying does not apply to all women.
I do girl trips. I love my girlfriends. And I think you do everything on the trip. And whatever you do, you're supposed to keep it on the trip. That's right? You don't come back.
So that's the don't. The don't is whatever y'all do.
Whatever you do. And
saying does not apply to all women, but if the shoe fits, wear that bitch.
I do girl trips. I love my girlfriends. And I think you do everything on the trip. And whatever you do, you're supposed to keep it on the trip. That's right? You don't come back.
So that's the don't. The don't is whatever y'all do,
Don't bring it back. Don't tell.
Right.
You know, if you got a girlfriend that's going and she's married and she's flirting with other guys, let her do her thing. It's not your business.
Ooh.
Don't you go running and telling everybody, oh my God, girl, she was talking to everybody and she knows she's married.
Ooh.
No, the girls' trip, you're supposed to have an amazing, fun time. And what happens on the trip stays on the trip.
Don't worry about my bonnet. I'm about to go to bed. That's why I got my bonnet on. Mind your business. But ladies, y'all gonna quit playing with me. When I said, when you get into a relationship, that girls trip and girls night out shit, you gotta dead that. Y'all know exactly why.
Don't talk to
y'all be trying to play this little sweet innocent role like don't nothing happen. Oh, we just hanging out with our girls. Y'all know damn well we be on straight bullshit on them damn girls trips, but y'all try to keep it hush hush from the men so that they don't know, so they think that don't nothing happen. But bitch, I'm telling because we need to do better. So my statement stands. When your single friends is going girls night out, girls trip, all that shit, keep your ass at the house if you are in a relationship. Brunch and mimosas, shopping, mani-pedis, shit like that. That is your time to shine with your single friends. All that other shit, girl, just stay home. Just stay home. It ain't worth it. Y'all go ahead, keep saying I'm capping and I'm a pick me and all that shit. Go ahead. But you know everything I'm saying is actual factual. So keep playing with me if you want to. Shit that females are going to hate me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
How many points they got?
Part 3, y'all. I got my nails done, so I'm feeling myself. So, you know, part 3. So, you know that saying, nice guys always finish last? I'm gonna be honest, there's some truth to that. I want you to really think about this. Have you ever had a girl sit there and tell you how good of a guy you are? You're just so perfect. Any girl would be lucky to have you. Like, have you ever had a girl give you that little speech? Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever sat back and wondered, like, okay, if I'm so perfect, then why don't you be with me?
Right.
I'm such a nice guy and girls would be so lucky to have me. So why don't you be lucky?
Right.
Like, be lucky and you have me.
Yeah.
One thing that it could be, not all the time, but it could be this: you're too nice. And I know that is such a fucked up thing to say because you're like, how the fuck can you be too nice? Like,
okay, y'all heard what she had to say. And I know it's a couple women that was out there laughing because I know a couple women did agree with that shit. So, who do I want to start with first? Let's go with Shantae. She got a hand on her face. She looks like she's thinking real.
I don't know why you can't start with mama on these things.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Lot to unpack there. I guess coming from the standpoint of somebody who was married, I went out with my girlfriends plenty of times. I wasn't tempted or, oh my God, just because I'm with my girlfriends, I don't have no self-control. I never cheated on my husband. Guys may have come up and flirted with me, and I would tell them politely, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. I'm married, and keep it moving. I don't understand this whole thing that just because with your girlfriends, you don't know how to behave. Like, I don't understand that. That's just me. Number 2, the whole girls trip thing. I mean, to each his own, really. If you on a girls trip and you decide you trying to get into something that, okay, I mean, that's on you. Now, I will agree with what she said. I'm not going to go and tell your business. That's because you're a grown woman. Whatever you decide to do, if you decide to do that, that's on you. I'm your girl. I may tell you I don't agree with it, but do you. As far as the friend zone thing, there are multiple reasons why somebody may be in the friend zone, right? I will say I agree with her when she said typically it's because we're not physically attracted to you. Usually that a lot of times that is the case, but there's a lot of reasons why you may put a guy in the friend zone. For example, I have a really, really good friend. We are great friends. We've been friends for years. We're going to stay friends because our political views and our religious views are totally different. Totally different. I love them to pieces. I respect the hell out of them, but we can never be in a relationship because we be fighting all the time, right? So there's different reasons why you put somebody in the friend zone. I will say, and her whole thing of, we got to do better. I mean, that's across the board, right? If, we talk all the time about, people being honest upfront about who they are and what they want in these relationships. That's across the board. I don't necessarily. I don't know. I guess as a woman, I feel like maybe there are some things that you don't just need to tell everybody. You know what I mean? Like you kind of telling all the well, this is how we think, and this is how we think, and it's like, okay, but if you just said every woman is like not like that, and every man is not like that, so everybody need to be finding out on their own. I guess. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Nada, what you think about that?
I don't know what type of friends she hanging around with and going on vacation with and having brunches and having girls night out, but she need to find another group of friends because it's clear to me that that's what she's doing on all these trips and these brunches. When I go out with my girls, that's just exactly what we doing. We just going out having a great time. I've been on girls trips, a few of them. I mean, I had my own room, nothing went on in there, but I don't know what happened in their room. That's I mean that's their business. If they choose to tell me, I'm not gonna if there was somebody, I'm not gonna say anything because that's none of my business. Homegirl, she just need a new set of friends because clearly the ones that she has, she's spilling all the tea. As as far as the whole cheating situation, um, she must be I feel like she is a serial cheater. That's what it seems like to me.
Yep.
She seems like a serial cheater. Um, okay, I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. Um, yeah, choose you got to choose your friends wisely. Like I said, the group of girls that I hang with, most of them I've been friends with since grammar school. We still hang out, kick it. They're married, have kids, whatever. I just so happen to be dealing with someone right now, but I mean that doesn't mean that I'm going out to cheat, or I don't want my significant other to he shouldn't even worry about if I'm out cheating or not. I mean, just judging by my character, what he sees and what he knows about me, he should be able to trust the fact that I'm not going to go out and cheat. And I don't and if I cheat, why do I have to hide anything? Apparently there's something in him that he's lacking, and there must be something in me that I'm insecure about.
Mm.
Okay, Ida, what do you feel about that?
As I put it, real women, real women. This that's little girl mess that she talking about. Cause real women, like we say, real women, we don't cheat. When it's time for us to move on, we move on, and we tell you real quick, like, look, you lacking in this area, and especially if you just in a relationship, we gonna tell you, look, it's time for us to go ahead on and do a different thing. Now, if you're in a marriage, that's a whole different ball game. You're gonna sit down and have a talk to say, look, you lacking here. I need you to fill this in, change this and change that, because I ain't got time for it. But she went on about the whole girls trip and everything. Every 5 years, me and my homegirls from grade school, college, all of us, we get together, we travel, we pick a city. Every 5 years, we pick a city when we go out, when we celebrate our birthdays, and depending on the month, whoever's month it is, we pick a city to say, okay, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here. We all are in the same room together. We all having we actually got sweets together. We act up, and out of all of us is one guy in the whole group. It used to be two, but it's one guy. But he like, I got all my peoples, but putting folks in the friend zone. If I'm a friend zone you, that means it's something that's there that kind of like I gotta pull back. You can come out. I can put you in a friend zone. That doesn't mean you're gonna stay there. It could be something that right now I'm gonna put you in a friend zone to get to know you, to see who you are, because I could later pull you out of that friend zone to become something more than what you are. Like you said, you got to become a friend. Sometimes your best friends make the best lovers.
Okay, Mama Yoni, talk to me.
Well, she gonna mess around and get somebody beat the fuck up, first of all, because I'm just saying, all women are not like that. She can say that from her perspective, and I kind of agree with, she got this whole spirit going on. I feel like if I got to cheat on you, if I got to go with another group of women to do some dirt, didn't we just find out you can't do dirt with nobody because you're gonna get caught up? I'm not doing dirt with nobody. And I don't care what you do. You do you. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to know. I'm not gonna tell on you. But you putting it out there like we all go through whole phase. I don't think that that's accurate because we as women are built differently. We're more caring, more nurturing, and that's not what we do. Yeah, there's some of us out there that trip the life fantastic and go down that road, but not all of us are like that. Depends on who you are and who you were raised by, what you grew up around. Because for me, being married for 40 years, out of 56, I ain't got time for all of that. I don't have time to go tracing on a trip just to go cheat. If I want you, I want you. And the issue with the friend zone, it's not an issue for me. I'm with Eat on that. You're in the friend zone for a reason. I don't want you to be my lover. We can't be a significant other because I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know you. If I knew who you were, then it's something different. We can be something else. But I can't just up and have you not in the friend zone until I get to know who you are. You could be a stalker. You could be crazy. You could be Dexter on the inside or something. I don't know.
See, this is the thing that I thought about. Because I'm a grown motherfucker. And I know in my adulthood, I have known both men and women that have cheated and have been the type of motherfucker that you can't trust their ass if they walked out the fucking door. So, I sort of found it interesting that people, somewhat immediately said, no, that's just a childhood. That's a girl, she's a child thinking. But I'm like, I know some grown folks. You know what I'm saying? That I'm married, like been married for a long time, and they got a certain understanding. Like I just recently had a conversation with somebody, and they said that they was dating somebody, and they knew that the nigga was cheating, right? And they was somewhat sort of cool with it until, I guess what they would consider he wasn't checking his the other chick outside the home. You know what I mean? So that created problems with them. You know what I'm saying? So those were adults, and they still had to deal with the bare minimum fact of cheating exists, and people have that thought process that is different across the board. Because even if we get into that conversation, it'll open up the conversation, which will somewhat lead to what we're about to start talking about now: lifestyle decisions. Because to a person that lives a monogamous, one-on-one relationship, ain't nobody cheating, doing no shit, then it's very, that concept that we just spoke about is very easy to understand. But then what if we have people that have more than one person in their relationship? How does that factor out for them? And this, I'm gonna ask Mama Yoni is.
Yeah.
Okay, with the conversation of the lifestyle, the poly lifestyle, the polyamorous lifestyle, how does one go about saying, let's just say, for instance, that it's a single person, they ain't with nobody, but then they get with somebody, how do they have that conversation about who they're gonna have sex with and the terms that they're gonna have sex with, whatever they do? Let's talk about it.
So that's a pretty straightforward conversation. So the lifestyle does have some rules and some regulations. They're not written in stone, but there's some niceties that go along with that. For instance, I'm single. If there's a couple that wanted to try to date me to bring me into their relationship, I'm not necessarily open to that because I don't share. Not that I don't like to have fun. I'm just not a sharer. I'm selfish. So that conversation needs to be had with the couple, not just the man or not just the woman. You just need to be open about what it is that you want from that person, or that person needs to be open about what they want from you. So with polyamorous lifestyle, sometimes you get people who are couples who've been married for years and they want a third person. That third person, based on the confines of the agreement that they want or what the conditions are, could be somebody that shares a household with them, that has their own space in the home. They combine incomes. They do everything together. They raise kids together. They go to parties and events and things like that together. that's what they do because that's what they choose to do. But lifestyle parties are different because it's a session. It's only that weekend. You may get to know somebody. You may have a session with them that weekend, but at some point you think, "Oh, damn, I just cannot be without this person." That's a conversation where you reach out and talk to that person. Y'all meet. Y'all have that meet and greet. And y'all have a conversation about it, but it's not necessarily considered cheating. What's cheating to me in the lifestyle, and I'm not polyamorous, so I'm just gonna let you know what would be cheating for me is if I'm in a relationship with you and we go to a lifestyle event and we agree that we're going to play. Playing is not cheating to me. But if you see that person outside of what we agreed upon, that would be considered cheating to me. So it's really all about the relationship that you have and who you have that relationship with.
Very well said. Okay, let me ask this question to the entire panel. Have you heard of the word soul sexual before? I see Tish just joined us. Tish, have you heard of the word soul sexual?
Yes.
Okay. And when I'm asking this question, because I know I tagged all y'all today, but have you heard of it before today? That would be the question. Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay, Shantae, have you heard of the term soul sexual?
No, I had not heard of it before today.
Okay. Ida, have you heard of the term soul sexual?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Nada?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay. Mama Young?
No, I have not.
Okay. So this is the terminology of it. A person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole, their soul. That's it. I'll read it again. A person who is sexually attracted to another's being whole, their soul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Correct.
for people that have an old mentality, I think when I hear that, I think of the term that we used to use, soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, who has heard that term before today?
The soul
What,
sensual?
soulmate or soul
Yeah,
sexual?
soul sexual.
Sexual.
Okay. Ida, this is
Yes.
what I want you to do is explain the difference in if there is a difference between the like my definition of a soulmate and the way that I received the definition of a soul sexual, and I want you to tell me what a soul sexual is in the way that you know it to be. Let's go.
So with a soul sexual, can you hear me? So with a soul sexual, it's a person that is actually connected with a person by their soul. They have to have a full soul connection. There's not anything, it doesn't have to be anything sexual or anything. It's just that they have that. It's almost like what we call kindred spirits. And it's different from being a soulmate. It doesn't matter whether you're gay, bi, polyamorous, whatever, any type of lifestyle that you live, it doesn't matter. You can be attracted soul sexual to a person that's a woman and a woman, a man and a man. It's just that you have that connection with that person. It's like you have that, they say that kindred spirit, and you are have that soul tie. It's
Okay,
like almost like a soul tie, but it's different. It's just an attraction because
this is my
you have
question.
that feel, that extra over exo. Go
This
ahead.
is my question.
And it could be an object too. Sorry.
Hold on 1 second. You someone said that it's not a sexual thing, but by definition, it says a person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole. So
But
to
it doesn't have the
some,
physicalness. The physical, when you have sexually attracted, you can. So I'm gonna use this for instance. I can be sexually attracted to mama, but never have a sexual connection. You know what I'm saying? Never have sexual contact. She is very sexual, very, very alluring. Like, like you say, that attraction that you very alluring, but can never have a sexual contact with her. You get what I'm
okay,
saying? You don't have physical contact.
okay. All right, Shantae, what do you feel about it? Talk to me.
Oh, this is very interesting. I have never heard of this. For me personally, I almost not all the way, but I almost liken it to being sapiosexual
Hmm.
because someone who is sapiosexual, you are attracted to the mental acuity of a person before it even gets to a physical point.
Hmm.
There is something about how they think, how they use their mind. They're extremely intelligent that kind of draws you in and it may develop into a physical relationship, but there is something that non-physical that pulls you in first, and it may or may not get to that point. I almost liken it to massage. I love massages, right?
I do too. I need one so
Yeah,
bad.
you do. You broke, baby. I'm sorry. You broke. You all broke up. But you could get, so you can have a massage, and that masseuse may not know you from a can of paint. They're just doing their job, right? But they may hit points in you that may trigger something. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not sexually attracted to my masseuse, but the energy that may have been unlocked with that interaction, because we exchange energy all the time, now has me in a different space. So I almost feel like when you say, when the term soul sexual, now of course I'm just learning about this, but just from what I'm hearing is that it how we always talk about being connected with somebody on a different level before we even get to the physical space. It almost sounds like this kind of, I'm connected to you on a level outside of that, and then there's the potential for it to grow into the physical, but by the time you get to physical, then it's so deep. And I think that's what tantric sex is. Tantric sex is huge mental connection, huge mental connection before it even gets to the physical part. So that's kind of what I'm getting from the whole thing.
Okay. Nada, what do you think about this conversation?
I I just saw the word today. I did not, read up on it or watch anything. So I'm just taking this in and trying to get, well, I just feel at this point I need to do further research for myself. So right now I'm just learning about the word and trying to soak everything in. So that is where I'm at right now. So I really can't say my thoughts because I'm just learning.
Well, you can tell them church niggas. She said, "Cause I'm learning about the word."
Well, no, if I'm just
joking. It was a joke, nigga.
It takes me a minute.
Yeah, I'm sorry, nigga.
Don't be talking about us church folks, because the church person knows that. Don't go there with us.
Calm your unsapio-sexual ass down, Mama Youngie.
Yes, love.
What you feel about the sapiosexual? The soul sexual conversation?
I think that it explains a lot of my relationships because I may have been so sexual about the person, and the person may not have felt that way about me. So, with that being said, when you love somebody for how they think, how they move, what they do, their essence, their personality, and you haven't touched them, it's a completely different feeling. You can have, for me, it's like having those hours of conversations and learning about somebody and feeling like you can't go a day without having a conversation with this person, or oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't see them today. How am I going to react? Where's my head at? Where the only thing, you're not thinking about a sexual relationship. It's all about, where's this person? How's this person doing? What are they doing? Are they thinking about me? I'm thinking about them. It's just a real busy space for me. And it just literally explains how I felt before I got married, because I didn't do premarital sex. So for me, it was a soul thing. It was like the essence of this person was enough for me to say, yep, okay, I don't care about nothing else. This is what I want. But I'm just learning about it today, but just hearing about it and just hearing everybody else's reaction about it and what it means to them, it just takes me back to that first encounter, that first meeting, that first skipped heartbeat, so to speak.
Yes.
It's not necessarily like the sapiosexual, because that particular one is really strictly all about the mind. It's not about anything other than the mind. Like, I don't even know how to even explain it. I'll say this, and it's gonna sound crazy. Crush loves Sphinx cats. Period. I don't know why she loves them. I don't even know why she likes them, because they're the ugliest things on the planet to me. I've never seen nothing so ugly ever. her whole demeanor changes, her whole breathing pattern changes, her face softens up. She's really quiet. She's really just like, oh my god, like completely out of character for her. Period. When you talk to her about this cat and what this cat
Mama,
means,
I love those cats too. Okay,
they ugly, baby. I'm sorry.
No,
They're ugly.
no.
And I think that
They kind of are.
they are. So I feel like you can have a soul sexual relationship, and I think it's kind of like tantric too, because it's about the connection. It's not about the sex initially. It's about all those other things, and I think that that's great.
See, and see, like this is the thing that I'm reading it, and I'm like, the more we talking about it, I keep reading it, and I'm getting a different thought process about it.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna read it. Okay. It says, this is the definition: a person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole. They're their soul. Okay. Now, what I'm getting out of that is that you can meet somebody, right? And they can be moving in an aura that turns you on so fucking intensely that it creates a sexual desire and attraction. Because again, the terminology is a person who is sexually attracted. That's the very first words they threw out there. A person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole, meaning their soul. So I do understand the fact of meeting somebody, and in my mind, they are so fucking perfect. The same way Mama was just talking about, Yolanda with the fucking, cat and shit. But you can meet a motherfucker and you end up, even if you a hard motherfucker, you end up becoming a little bit soft around this motherfucker.
Right.
And they land something on you so hard that it becomes a sexual, like it says, a sexual attraction that makes you desire that person, that makes you desire, like what she just said, like animalistic lust instinct, something primal. That when you see that motherfucker, that you are so in tune with just how they walk, how they talk, just everything about them, you just be like, man. You may not say it out loud, but you on the inside, you be like, I love this motherfucker. Oh, I just want, come here, baby, give me a kiss. And knowing that you're saying give me a kiss, but on the inside, you're like, man, I want to fuck you right now because I'm so turned on by you. You know what I mean? Because we all have to. I think we all old enough to know the difference between being attracted to somebody and just going through the motions and liking somebody and all that shit. Because if that's the case, that's why they say a lot of women date ugly niggas, because they are attracted to something other than the looks. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what do y'all feel about that aspect? I'm gonna go backwards this time. Come on, Mama Young.
I feel like that's true too. I mean, looks is never the first thing for me. Looks is never the number one priority for me. It's about how you make me feel about me. It's about the way you treat me. My relationships are all based on your interactions with me and how those interactions make me feel. So you could look like the bottom of a baboon's ass and tell me that I'm beautiful and pay my bills and do the things that I want done for me. And that is something that will attract me to you. I can teach you how to speak and teach you how to walk. I can teach you how to be in my presence. That's something that I can do. But I've never been attracted initially on looks. Not at all. This is a secondary thing for me. It's always about something different for me.
Mhm.
I know for me, so I think about it. Well, two things. Number one, this term, the term sapiosexual that I mentioned earlier, I think that these kinds of conversations help people in general to get to a deeper level of understanding, healthy understanding of sexuality. Society will tell you that sexuality is all surface, it's all about the physical, there's nothing deeper than that, right? We joke all the time. Comedians joke all the time about, hit it and quit it and one night stands. And, you're just trying to, men always trying to sow they oats and all, whatever, right? It's just kind of this, and there's no connection. These types of terms, if you are really trying to learn them, they force you to look at sexuality, I think personally, for what it was truly intended to be in the first place, which is a real connection and not just on a physical level. That's number one. Number two, the more I'm hearing, and when I was hearing Mama talk, I think more about my very first boyfriend. We're still friends to this day. We hardly see each other. We don't talk all the time. He has his life, I have mine. But whenever we connect, there's a feeling that's still there. There's a feeling that, I always care about him. I want to know how he's doing. I want to make sure he's okay. He does the same thing for me. And whenever we stop talking, like, he always ends the conversation with, you know what this is. It doesn't matter how long it's been since we have not talked. It could be a couple of years. It doesn't matter. There is a connection that is there. And I also think of the term soul tie. There is a connection that is there that will never, ever go away. It doesn't matter if he's with someone. It doesn't matter that I'm with someone. And it's not about, oh, we really want to be together. That's not the conversation. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that you left such an indelible mark on my heart that it doesn't matter where you go or what you do. I'm always going to care about you. I'm always going to want you to be well. I'm always going to want the best for you. I'm going to worry about you when you're sick. You're going to do the same for me. That's always going to be the case. And I guess that's right now, again, having heard the term for the first time today, that's the immediate connection that I've made to this term of soul sexual, because we did have that physical relationship at one point, but like I said, this was in high school. I'm 43 years old as of the 7th, and this was in high school, and we still communicate that way with each other to this day. So there are some things that is very hard to put into words because you're always gonna have that connection with somebody.
Okay, I see Tish here. Tish, are you following the conversation? Do you know where we at in this convo?
Somewhat. I'm picking up on it.
Okay. So the conversation is about the term soul sexual. Mm-hmm. And let me read the term to you one more again. I got to bring up the fucking picture one more time. I'm sorry. It is a person who is sexually attracted to another person. A person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole, meaning their soul. What do you think about that?
So, I have had. Turn my stuff down a little bit. This conversation came up many years ago with me and one of my friends that, like, they in a whole nother state from like high school. They like anywhere they go, we always have that connection. But like we check up and like we can cuss each other out right now and be like, all right, what you doing? That, like, we dated, but never nothing in high school and middle school and all that. But looks is there for me. Your mind got to be there for me. If our mind can't connect, there's no soul. There's nothing. If we can't vibe with our conversations and we're just like conversing and just like nothing sexual. It's like, if we can talk and I can get into your mind by just speaking to you and by talking to you and being on that level, that's what excites me. Just all these looks and these flash, that shit don't bother me. Like, let me see how your mind is. And with that person, it's always been there. So we can be on bad terms. We can't be on bad terms because we don't know that. Like, so, but the soul sexual is definitely deep. It's deeper than just that word. It's deeper than just that just fucking. Because I ain't fuck you. But yeah.
All right, so who I know Ida, I know I've left you out. I just want to make sure I've gotten everybody. Has everybody answered this question outside of Ida? Do I come back around to everybody?
Nada.
Okay, Nada. Right, I'm gonna come to you after. Matter of fact, let me go to
Nada
Nada
first.
yeah, and then I want you to be prepared to read some of these comments. Let's go.
So when I after listening to everyone, what immediately comes to my mind is when you hear people say the phrase, I'm gonna snatch your soul. That's what keeps popping in my mind for some reason. So it kind of makes a connection when I hear.
That's because you've done it before, haven't you?
Mind your business. so
God damn it, don't say that no more.
So it takes me back to a person that I had encountered. We started off as really good friends. I had actually met him through another friend, and the I was more attracted to his soul more than I was anything else. So, and I would base that off the conversation that we had, the interaction that we had with each other, and that was before the even physical attraction to that person. And later on, we actually became physical, and it was so overwhelming. The physical part of it was so overwhelming that it was just like it's almost like if you have a bomb and you pull the tab and you throw it. Okay, when that bomb goes off, you're gonna automatically go back. Or even when you shoot a gun, if you're not if you're not trained to shoot a gun, and when you pull that trigger, you're gonna it's a slight setback. And the it the intimacy part of it was so intense. It was just kind of like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? And so that's where
those are the times when you cry too sometimes.
So that's where I'm thinking, like, when I hear the word now, I'm thinking of soul snatching. That's kind of where I'm at with it. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning, just based off of what everyone is saying. And yes, I'm going to do further research on.
I know you are.
You gonna talk. You gonna talk.
So
that's where I am right
where
now.
your mind is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Being as having that whole soul sexual experience years ago, and still having that person that is a person that never have had physical contact with that person, but still has that, like they say, that connection to where it's entwined with a person. Is not to say not your soulmate, but that soul sexual person, that person's being is that friend that you've entwined with for years, like you say, their fabric in their life and your soul have entwined with one another, and being they're married in a relationship and stuff like that, and I'm in a relationship, is saying the whole thing of knowing that that's that person that you've always had that connection with outside of your soul mate, to have that connection from years of, like you say, from grade school coming up, of all the years of having that. It's very different. No sexual contact has ever come in contact with the person, but to know when you have that connection of saying, like you said earlier, Tay, having that connection of knowing when something is up with that person. I can go months and months without talking to him, and you can have it as with a male or female. And I have it with one of my closest guy friends, and known him for years. They never had no connection like that. He's very attractive, but it's just not my cup of tea. He too light bright, but that's a whole different stuff. I usually don't do color, but he just too light bright for me. But he's always had that thing of knowing what going on with me, and I haven't talked to him, and he hasn't talked to me, but we know that connection of saying something's going down, like I need to call this person, and I can pick up the phone and not even know that they're going through something, and say, hey, what's the deal? And having that thing of saying, okay, I feel you, I can feel, it's just like to say you can be in two different countries and have that feel and know when something's off with, or off kilter with that person, even if it ain't even something just going wrong with their relationship, but just wrong with them in a whole spiritual point of your body. And that's why I put in the thing with the whole thing of it's nothing sexual. It's not all sexual. It says a soul sexual, yes, but it's just that being of that person. They have that thing of where it's nothing, it's more intimate, it's a more intimate feeling than a sexual feeling, and it's not something that you like to go, oh, I got to screw this person, and this is nothing sexual. It's just, and it's a female. You can have a female. I've seen females have it too, and it's like, really, never knew that. But years of doing and going through it and seeing it, it's kind of cool. It's very kind of cool to have that. And people have it, but people lose it over time sometimes, because even though you have that soul connection with a person, you can lose it over time.
See, this is what I'm thinking about that real quick.
What?
The definition, is very one-sided. It's about how you feel about the other person. It has nothing. It doesn't say anything about how the other person feels about you. It's saying about the attraction that you have to someone because they do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Right. I understand.
It seems like it could be a situation where you are so, because I don't want nobody thinking like, oh, this because they put the word soul in that motherfucker.
No.
That because you feel some way about somebody that they are supposed to feel the exact
they
same
don't.
way with you.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because that is a reality of
life.
Relationships.
So I can walk up to you and say, Russ, I'm so sexually attracted.
You can.
Yeah, I'd be like, I know you are so sexual for me. That's what I'm just gonna walk off around.
You know if somebody said that, you be like,
what?
So, and I've mentioned this before. So with that, it's almost like you have at that point. Have you fallen in love with the potential of it? So that would be my question. Would you just, would it lead to falling in love with the potential of that person reciprocating that same thing?
Good question.
Yeah.
You can.
This is the thing.
Sometimes not.
But see, this is the thing though. In any form of a relationship, there is always a difference in why the person, like even like when people say like, why do you love me? Your answer can be so simplistic, and you can ask them, and they can go for like a mile. I love the way that you do this, and I love your mind, and I love it, and they can ask you, well, why do you love me? You're like, because I love you. Because for you, you like, because know what the fuck I feel. I know that I don't feel this for nobody else. I know I love you. You know what I mean? I know I'll be ready to fuck somebody up. I'll be ready to fuck
who you are.
I'll be ready to fuck you up just like if somebody came up to my kids. I got that same type of love for you. Like I love you. We have great sex and do nasty things.
Why does it always have to go sexual? Why does everything have to be
sexual? So let me ask the question, right?
Sexual. I mean, soul sexual. We talking about sex. We going into this shit now.
We are.
So that's
my. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mama. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
So here's my question.
You got hold on, y'all know we gotta have the top. You gotta have the top screen before you can go. Come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
we see enough of your boobs, ma'am.
I got confused. Sorry. So here's my question, and I guess it's for the ladies because we know Rush does not have emotion for real, so it's not a question for Rush. So do you guys think? I love you too, baby. So do you guys think that if you have a soul sexual relationship with someone, whether it is male or female, dog or cat, a tree, whatever it is, do you feel like that feeling that you feel about that person's being, like, do you feel like it will transcend love? Because for me, I feel like the whole definition of this soul sexual thing is like transcending anything that you're really like used to or anything that we could be used to. So do you think that it makes it a lot different than, say, the sapiosexual? Sure, at some point we'll get involved in a sexual relationship, But this whole thing about the soul, like the being of the person, like have you just met somebody who is an all around good person, a person who you see a light about them, you see the good in them, you see everything that you need to see about this person is just the essence of them and not necessarily based around sex. It's just who this person is as a person. Do you think that that transcends love or that it comes before, after, during? Is it possible to have late? Hey.
So what you said, Ma.
Hold
Yes.
on,
So
let me get y'all.
oh,
Hold on,
sorry.
let me pull y'all up on the
Sorry,
screen
Tay.
one at a time. Let
Sorry.
me bring y'all up on the screen one at a time.
So, but what you said, Mama, you can it is, and it's crazy because you can actually walk in a room and connect with the person and not say anything to a person. It's almost just like, you know how you're the only two in a room. You've never touched anything, never said anything to anybody, but you can connect spiritually and soulfully with a person and never say anything. It's just about that person's aura that draws you. That's what that's that aura of their soul is what draws you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what mine was. Mine was like we say, like I said, for years. It's like that. We never met it. We had just seen each other for the first time, and it was just like, woo, we just drew to each other. Like what is going on? Like, I don't understand this. And and it feels, and you're like, why are you pull? What is that pull? Like, I have to find out what this pull is. And it was like you say, you pull it, and there, and it's like you say, it pull to you, and you're like, I'm intrigued. Like, what is this pull? And it's nothing sexual. It's just that person's soul, just like, okay, I got to find out why is this person drawing me to them so quickly. What is it about them? Why is my soul saying, hey, we want to know where they are. We want to attach to them. Like, why are you attaching? It has nothing to do with soulmate, but it's just that pull from them. And like you say, it could be something from a past life. Go.
So, as Mama was talking, some of the things that came to me start to kind of go into the spiritual. And the reason I say that is because I think about things like we're supposed to love each other the way God loves us. And for those of us that believe in a higher power, whatever that higher power is, whatever you call it, the love, we use love because there's no other word to use, because we don't have any other description for it. But it transcends love. The fact that you have a connection with somebody, or you can have a connection with somebody, that you get to a point where you can't describe it with the human vernacular. To me, that would transcend love. The fact that you have that pull and that connection, that spiritual.
That's that old school. That's that old school. Words cannot express the way I
Words
feel.
cannot express. You know, a lot. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that we are spiritual beings having a natural experience. When you connect spiritually to someone, that transcends vocabulary. That transcends the common words that we use and take for granted so many times. I think that goes beyond. This is just an interesting fact. In some parts of the Muslim culture, when a man and a wife are together and they're intimate, as they are climaxing, hopefully together, the man actually says a prayer as he releases his sperm into his life, because the goal for them is to create another life. And he says a prayer as he does that. It's not about being Muslim. Just think about the power of the energy between those two people, that in the intensity of that moment, you don't forget the spiritual connection that you have to this person, to bless that moment so that it is beneficial to the highest parts of both of you. Like, if you honestly sit and think about that shit, if you really think about that shit, most of us ain't even made love.
True.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
That's fact.
Yeah.
What's going on? We hearing some other stuff in the background.
Uh-huh.
All right, come on. We're gonna move along. We're gonna move along.
So I'm a nerd when it comes to like science, and I think about a combustible reaction where you have oxygen and different chemicals that come together, and then once you put those ions and those things together, they form an explosion. Okay, I'm gonna break it down even more. You have vinegar and baking soda. When you put those two things together, it fizzes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I think about the transcending of a as far as a spiritual aspect, a person can feel your your soul. I feel like they can read everything about you. You know, a person can and even smell. People can smell, actually smell you, because your body it gives off these chemicals and it just releases a whole bunch of stuff.
Pheromones. Mm-hmm.
So I believe that it can transcend, and if that person is open, if that other party is open to receive it, it gives what?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I want to finish that because I
When
got
a
something to
person,
say.
can sense that sexual part of a person, and it actually leaves that other person open, that gives them the opportunity to feel whatever that person is feeling. That's kind of what I'm just coming from it from a scientific person, because I love science. So that's
And I'm
how.
just and see what I'm doing is I'm coming to it from I'm a grown ass man. There have been women that I have been in love with, but they didn't love me back. You know what I mean? And there have been women that have loved me, but I didn't love them back. Now, who's to say that they didn't look at me and say, I got a soul sexual relationship with him. I'm so into everything that he does, good, bad, friend. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? And I'm Tish, mute yourself, baby, please, baby. So, so if you're in a situation where, like you're that person that you see nothing wrong, because have you ever been in a relationship with somebody, like to a certain degree? I'm not saying it's stalkish, but to a certain degree, that's on a level. If it's not reciprocated, it could be viewed. You could be engulfed in someone that it could become stalkish because the other person does not have that same feeling. I agree with what everybody's saying as far as the feeling that they would have themselves, but I'm thinking about the difference in knowing what you got going on, the way that you feel, and not because guess what? It may not be. This is the thing I think a lot of people do, because I don't think the way that the person I'm dealing with feels, then the other person feels like there is an issue. No, we just have two different ways of viewing shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You may be the type of person that just wants to come in and just chill with me all the time. I may be the type of person that sit back, watch TV, and then come to bed and have the greatest night. Which we might be out partying shit, but we might operate different. But you can look at and be with somebody and see nothing wrong with them, and be so engulfed into them that I could see that instance of, oh, this person just is the one, and it turns into a sexual attraction, which could turn into another term of lust. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it cannot be, the other person could not be the person that feels the same way about you. That's what I'm saying. It's a singular thing in my perception about, you know, because if you, I'm gonna read this one last time before we get off the show. And I see y'all have fingers up. I'm gonna get to y'all. It says a person. It didn't say a couple. It said a person who is sexually attracted to another's being as a whole, their soul. And it, you know, and it wasn't using their as a collective, it was saying the other person's soul. So it's like you're so, one person sees no wrong, I'm in love with you, blah, 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 blah. The other person, and you know, it could be a good relationship, bad guy, whatever. Because there are some people that think about it. We are all grown. We know somebody that has been with somebody and has loved that motherfucker to the end of the earth, and that other motherfucker did not give shit about that person. We've seen them run them through the fucking ringers. You know what I'm saying? But what do y'all feel about that? And then we're about to get ready to end the show.
Wait a minute. Wait, Chris. So my going back on that. Sometimes the feeling has to be mutual. Like if I don't feel that, like I can be attracted, like soul wise attracted to you, but if you say one thing, I'm like, no. And then then you can second guess. But if deeper conversations intertwine, then I can see some.
You just proved my point, because listen, that y'all, you could be having that feeling, and that other person can do something, and then you feel a different way. That person could still be all into your ass. They could be still like nigga balls to the wall, no matter what you do. I love you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I'm not, you know, trying to, you know, talk about no stalker shit, but it's so along that line of I don't see this person doing anything wrong. I love this person. It happens. And I keep referring to it. It says a person who is sexually attracted to another person's being. And you know, you are so into this person that when you see them, it's all in. I'm crazy about them. And some people view sex as love. Some people have that it's not saying that it's right, but some people view sex as love. They view the fact that they've laid with somebody and that they've done something with somebody as that act being love, and it's not love at all. It's only love it might be love from one party, but it's not a collective thing. You know, if that was the case, I feel like people would meet somebody and be able to look at them and say, okay, oh, I got the soul, you know, you my soul sexual. I'm so into you. Captain Caveman shit, I'm gonna knock you over the head and you're gonna come with me. No, that other person is gonna be like, well, you may feel this way about me, but I may not like what you do. You might smoke. You might go like to drink or something. It might be something about you that the other person has a different feeling about, but that has nothing to do. It's a solo state of mind. It is not a collective thing. You know, like if it was a collective thing, I believe that the terminology would have been a couple who is sexually attracted to, you know, it says a person who is sexually attracted to another's being. It's not, you feel what I'm saying? So it's one person having a vision about and a thought process about the other one. Mama, talk to me right quick.
Well, I wanted to say this when you were talking about sex equating love. I had one of my daughters tell me that she was in love with somebody after they made love the first time. It's like, because I know that he loves me. How do you know that? Because my body did all of these things. No, babe, your body came. That's all it did. That's not love. It's an act of sex, period. And you'd be surprised at how many people, men and women, feel like if you have good sex, that equates to love. No, that means that person knew what to do to get your body to react that way. Because if you think about it, before you, and I know I'm gonna be graphic, but it's fine. So before you like learned how to squirt or learned how to come or learned what that was, you didn't know anything about it. So you thought shit that was going on before was the best shit ever until you learned how to do something different. Once you learn how to do something different with somebody different, because you've never reacted that way before, it is a great possibility that you could feel like that is love. And it's just that simple. Until you know better, you could consider that to be love. And it's amazing to me that people don't get that. And there's so many people who are doing that very thing. They're having sex and it's great sex and they think that it equates love. when it really doesn't. Like, and then they don't understand the aftermath of that. You thought because you had great sex with this person that they loved you, but they didn't. They cheated on you. They did this. They did that. But he loved me because he made me do these things. No, he just knew what he was doing for you to get where you needed to be. But it's not necessarily that way. And we have to do a. I think we have to do a better job of explaining what love is to our people.
Yeah,
Because that's not what it is.
But love don't really mean nothing, though.
So
love don't really mean nothing. Love is just people. I can say I love you all day long. If there is not that, why am I saying that I love you?
I hear what you're saying, but the whole conversation is about the terminology. Yeah, you know, so I understand what you're saying. I don't want to deter the conversation. The conversation is about how do you feel about how somebody else could be so wrapped up into you that that's all that they see, but you may not be feeling that same thing. I see you, Shantae.
I think, and again, this definition, the definition itself is very nebulous. And when I say that, I mean it's really left up to personal interpretation, because everybody is going to interpret it based off of their own experience. So when I say what I'm about to say, it is my own personal opinion. I think we have to be careful that if you're going to use the term itself, soul sexual, the soul part automatically transcends infatuation. And I think you don't want to mix up a true connection with infatuation. A true connection is reciprocated one person to the other. Infatuation can be one-sided. But if I'm saying that I am soul sexual or I have a soul sexual attraction to someone, and I may not even be using the term correctly, because again, I'm still learning about it, then we're talking about something beyond this kind of immediate fascination. Infatuation implies an immediate fascination with somebody. When you're a teenager, you get your first crush, you're infatuated with them, right? Because it's a new feeling. You want to enjoy it. You've never felt that way. That's infatuation. When you get older and you go through life experiences and you really learn what it means to connect to someone, you're getting into something deeper. And that takes me back to the statement I made before. And what Mama said, when you're talking about transcending love, when you're talking about getting to something deeper than even the physical, and that physical connection can be extremely intense. It can be extreme. It can make you feel a certain way. But even beyond that, then you're talking about something way more than, oh, it's a one-sided thing. They may not feel that way. That's not a connection. This term to me indicates a connection. That means it's reciprocal. And that goes way beyond infatuation.
Okay. I can agree to disagree about whether it's a one-sided thing or if it's a two-sided thing. Because this is what I'm saying. It is a two-sided thing in the aspect of one person is so drawn into the other person that's how they view things. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be that connection without the other person. So and to a certain degree, I hear what you're saying, but I still think it's still a just like when you say I lust. You can lust for somebody, but and be in love with that motherfucker, but the moment of lust for that person does not equate as that other person is lusting you at that moment. That other person may just be, they might just still be in love. That moment for them may be a love making moment. Like, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand and we're going to end the show with this. I think a lot of people, and I think we're going to start the next show off with this because we got these other topics that we got to cover. But people view sex differently depending on who it is. If you have that connection with somebody and you're having a sexual experience, I understand the term of making love, but a lot of times we have one person that is making love to somebody that is having sex with them. You feel what I'm saying? Like that goes to what one person feels and the other one does not feel. You know what I mean? Even in the terms of stalking and all that other shit, one person feels so strongly about the other person don't feel that way. Even with the terminology of love, we all know that we can love somebody, but they don't mean they're gonna love us back. They can love us. That does not mean that we're going to reciprocate that same love back to them. We may be cool with them. We might be around them. We might hang with them. We might do all kinds of different things with them. But when it comes down to when this person is in trouble and that's when, you know, like love comes into play, because when you feel certain things about certain people, some people, certain shit happened to you, be like, well, that's what happened to their ass. They ain't had no business doing that shit. But other people can be in that same situation and you're going your pocket or, you know, try to help them out. That's a different situation, because the connection that you have with that person is a different, because the person you helping out may not even, the person you helping out may not even respect the fucking fact that you helping them out. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the days in black, every day in a black household. There is a parent, a mother, or a grandparent, or a church out here raising money to get somebody out of jail. That motherfucker gets out of jail and goes right back to fucking jail. You know what I mean? You had so much love for this motherfucker that you put your house on fucking, you know, up for his bed, other shit. But this nigga didn't have enough love for you to go back and, you know, make sure that he didn't do shit. The court trial came back up, and so that you could keep your fucking house. He decided to get high and, you know, or not go to court. Now he on the run. So now you facing things that for someone that you love, that don't love you the same way. So I think in everything that every person that we encounter, we got to look at the situation of, I feel a particular way about them, but that does not mean that that person feels the same way about me. There are some people out here that you will go to the end of the earth for, but they won't do that shit. You know, there are people that got kids with motherfuckers and families with motherfuckers and live in the same household. But when the shit hits the fan, is that motherfucker gonna be there for that motherfucker? Do they love them that much? Do they got such a soul tie with their husband and wife? You feel what I'm saying? That when the shit hits the fan, that they're gonna be there for every situation. No, that's not. We know that to be we know that to be true. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. Do we have it? I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final words in tonight. I'm gonna bring y'all up. I know we got a lot of comments. I'm gonna let y'all get your final words in, but I'm gonna end it off with Ida, and so she can run through this, because I don't want to disrespect all the comments that's out there. Come on, Shantae.
Number one, don't go back to the house you just robbed and get on the ring asking for your work ID. Probably not gonna end well for you. Number two, all my fellow big girls, remember you got to pull that power up from the cankle through that calf.
Yes.
All the way up through them gams and that big round booty. You got to pull all that up right before you throw that punch, and you got to know how to aim it. Pull all that up. That's what it's there for. Okay. Number three. If he's going to be, you know, I'm old school. If he gonna be, you know, trying to get the digits, I'm from the 90s, trying to get them digits while he's out with you. Just go on and, you know, take the keys and get on home and let him call the Uber. It's okay, boo. It's another one coming. I promise you, they like trains. It's another one coming. Number four. This conversation on these different levels of sexuality is very intriguing. I'm anxious to explore more of these conversations with you guys, because I think it is a conversation, and I'm always going to bring it back to my people. I think it's a conversation that is sorely lacking in the Black community, to go beyond the surface. We always want to talk about, you know, how do we strengthen the Black family, and how do we get the relationships better because the family has broken down and all of that. We got to get to some of these deeper conversations, and I honestly think that the passing of Kevin Samuels is going to bring out more of these conversations, because there are a lot of things that we need to evaluate between the relations of men and women in our community. Now, you can get into the nuances of what he said and how he said it later, but my point is this: deeper conversations need to be had, and that's on both sides of the fence. There are so many outside forces that are constantly trying to pit Black men against Black women, and Black women against Black women, and Black men against Black men. And these are the kinds of conversations that we need to have in order to thwart the effort to constantly separate us. They're not always going to be easy conversations, but I think they're necessary ones. And the very, very, very last thing that I will say to my beautiful sister and my brother over here who is running this great show. I am sending you love. I am sending you healing from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet,
Yes,
all of
Lord.
the cells of your body. The Holy Spirit is
Mm.
working with you and He is healing you as we speak. I want you to accept it in the name of our Holy Father, and I want you to be healed in this moment. I love y'all.
I take that and I love you too. Nate, talk to me.
I receive everything that you have said. Um, Before you try to get into any type of sexual something, learn how to be one with yourself. You cannot um, force love on anyone. You cannot. Yeah, just learn yourself. Learn your sexuality. Learn who you are before you try to love on someone else and damage them. That is all.
Okay, let's go. Tish, let's go.
And how we gonna have a so after Shantae go? Shantae took all the words. Like,
She
yeah.
she loved me, man. I'm
Just
going.
say amen. Just say amen. That's
Amen, amen.
I
Thank you
just,
for taking all the words for making all of our words come together.
yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all I ain't drunk nothing tonight. I'm sitting up here working on this shoulder, man. Y'all know when I get full gear, I'm gonna be really on blast. Like, y'all know what it is. Okay. Mama Young,
Yes, love.
what you think about this?
I think that whew, I want to go back to the young lady who was kind of spilling out the tea. I want y'all brothers out there to understand that that's not all women. We realize that it's not all men out there who are dogs and who go through whole phases. We get
Amen.
we get that. Um, I need you to unpack some things too. I need you guys to unpack the baggage that you bring to the new one.
Well,
I
well.
need you to unpack it because guess what? Just like you feel like we feel like y'all all hoes, y'all feel like we are hoes. We're not who we appear to be. We're too separated and too divided. There's so much love out there to give, to get, to be around, to be surrounded by, to be engulfed in, wrapped up in. Take the time to really understand and see who you are before you try to love somebody else. Um, if your love is not returned or you're not getting the response that you want, step back and reevaluate that. Step back and reevaluate it because it may not be what you think. I think Rush had a very good point when he says he sees the way that he sees that his perception is different. And I get that. So if you're having these feelings for someone who is also not having these feelings for you, then you most definitely need to know who you are. You absolutely need to know who you are. But I think that this is a good start for those types of conversations. I didn't want to bring up the man's passing either because there's been just so much controversy about it. But I think he was a very divisive individual, both
Mm.
for men and women, not just black, not just white. She was just very divisive for a unit as a whole. I think that in the coming weeks we should have conversations about those things too. Um, I don't want to take up all the rest of your time, sweetheart. I want you to feel better too. But I think it was a great show tonight. We had a really great time. We learned some things. We figured out some things, but we still have a long way to go. So thank you very much for making me a part of that. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I appreciate everybody tuned in tonight. Who else? Ida, come on and
Yes.
give us your final words and then read some of these conversations. I say we are lit tonight. I see all of these like it's beep, 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 and I appreciate
Yeah.
all of it.
Final words were I amen to what Shantae say. And with Nate to say, know yourself before you try to get to know anybody else. Because if you don't know yourself, you can't let them get to know who you really truly are, your true self. Because if you don't know your true self, how you gonna present it to somebody else? Because what you presenting to them is a representative of what your true self is not the real representative. You want the real person to come forth. So know who you are, mind, body, and soul. Know what you like, what you don't like, and what you're gonna tolerate and not tolerate. You got to set your boundaries for these people, so you know. And everything that the young lady said is not all about the same thing about all us women, because all of us women don't cheat. All of us women are not like that. We tend to do what we got to do for what we want to do for ours. Now, moving on to the comments. Like I said, we're going to start with Marguerite of saying, the type is type of attraction. Marguerite also says, I'm going to have to do some research on this so sexual. Shanice said, yes. She said, I could talk to him for hours and hours and hours. Yes, that is intimacy right there. Woo-wee. And Van said, me too, Shay. Marguerite says, animal lust, instinct, primal. That is what we are. Shanice says, yes, you damn right. I can't wait. A soul sexual is attracted to the soul inside the object of their affection. Lorenza says, my soulmate has me in the friend zone and she gone on a girl trip. I'm sorry for you, Lorenza. Miss Mama Yoni said yes at me. Marguerite says, I agree with her with that connection. Mama Yoni came back to Lorenzo and said, poor baby. Van said, yeah, got to have a connection. Shantae said, ooh, mama over there eating whipped cream. I'm telling. And she said, and mama said, yeah, and chocolate cream. She been doing it all show. And Rush, you put up all the viewers' choice discussions. We're not going to go
Yeah,
through all of them, so
yeah.
y'all
We're
make
not.
sure
No,
y'all
we'll, we'll,
recap
we'll
for
go through that
later.
on Thursday. We're gonna go through that on Thursday.
And I told you she been eating at the whole show time. You missed it when we weren't ready for it. Charlotte says, I have had that and still do, but never heard the term until today. Marie said, your soul is mine. All right now. Lorenza says, man, one way trip to the friend zone. I said, words cannot express the feeling that I'm feeling in my being. When you say that with certain things with people, which you, Shantae, I agreed on that. Van said, damn, too deep. I love it. Hello, Miss Jessica. Brad says, word, bro, same here. And we coming with Elise. She says, me all day, sapiosexual. You are easily aroused by someone's ability to touch you without touching you. You know, make you steamy, intrigued, tantalized, and completely beside yourself with their oral expertise, but without an oral performance. If this sounds like you certainly sound like a sapiosexual. That is so true. Mom and Shantae said that part. Elise says, I can love you, but not like you. That is true. Jessica came back with, people can sometimes have feelings for a person who doesn't reciprocate. The person may spend time trying to convince the other person that they're worth returning the sentiment. That can look like stalking. Low self esteem takes on various forms. Ooh, that's deep. Elise says soul ties is a powerful thing. You have to be careful with the people you're entwined with. Mama came back with, Jessica says so true. On this one with one of our people, which is Nada, said, we embody the soul in sex, and sex is an incredible way to allow soul permission to enter and move the body while you discover yourself as a spiritual, not only physical being. We then connect back to our energetic or light body and spend time in the powerful spiritual reality of two souls truly meeting while experiencing love energy together. Ooh, that is so deep. My reply to Elise said, you do have to be very careful with soul ties because you sometimes can't break away from them and you have to be attached to that person for the rest of your life, which is very dangerous. Mama asked who said that, and Nada came back. She forgot to change it. Um, Mom, Jessica says to Alice Wright, a person can confuse skill with being in tune or having a connection. The question for that person is, outside of my feelings, is there anything concrete and obvious that can be considered real love? Marguerite said, lust versus love. Mama said to Jessica, also true. Nada's going to send an article on that. Jessica said, right, loving you and loving you the same way are different things. Hell, I love pizza, but LOL. Yes, it was a great show. Marguerite says, love the broadcast. Thank you all so much. Lee said, wonderful show. Van says, yes, mama, you know yourself before anything. Just say, even if you believe you love yourself, find out who you're giving your love to. Love is loving on you. Narcissism is real. Some people just enjoy watching you show how far you're willing to go to get a response. And and Shantae said, facts. That is so true.
Well, y'all, we had a great show, and I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. And I'm not going to even really give a final thought because we're going to continue this conversation on Thursday. So I feel like it'll be somewhat,
Yes.
asinine and try to kill the conversation. We got so much to discuss on Thursday. But y'all know I got to end the show with some good asshole shit.
Oh Lord.
Y'all know it. Y'all know it. You know, everybody that had their feelings about Kevin Samuels dying and shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people putting them on blast. I've seen a lot of memes. God damn, I heard that whole motherfucker trying to go down your throat. God damn.
Thank you,
Right.
mother.
But anyway, you know, people have had their own opinions. And this is my only thought. If you watch this show right now, we have difference of opinions on this show, right? So I don't think it's cool for someone to die and then to make the butt of a joke about them, right? So I said, fuck it, what could I find out here that could just give what I consider my condolences to my man Kevin Samuels? And you would not believe which Negro that I found that said this shit. Y'all remember my nigga Charleston White? Oh yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all. We're gonna end the show with my nigga Charleston White letting y'all know how he feels about our man Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, my brother. It is what it is. Remember, regardless of whether we agreed or disagreed with them, he still has family that has to deal with everything that's going on, and he's not even here anymore. You feel what I'm saying? He still had, you know, if he had a mother, a brother, a sister, a cousin, guess what? They knew that they knew he was controversial, but guess what? They have to mourn him, they have to bury him, they have to go through that. Now, all I'm gonna say is if you have your difference of opinions, let the grieving process go. But outside of that, I'm gonna play some ignorant shit in this album. Let's get it.
Boy, Kevin Samuel, my new motherfucking hero. Boy, that nigga that bad motherfucker. Yeah. Now that's the way, goddammit. If you go, this how you go, nigga. Shit, rest you nigga bullshitting. Yeah, goddammit. Say, boy, this is mother say, man, Kevin Samuel, my new motherfucking hero. I just found out how he died. Get on back, motherfucker. Yeah, I just found out how Kevin Samuels died. He's my new motherfucking hero. Boy, I ain't bullshit. I ain't bullshit. That nigga, boy, that nigga my new motherfucking hero. Say, man, I don't know nothing about what you niggas talking about. Man, I just found out. Say, listen, I just found out how Kevin Samuels died, y'all. On top of a hoe. Say, boy, that nigga just, oh, man. Say, oh, boy. Say, I'm talking about, boy, this is a day and a celebration. Say, listen to me. Say, y'all hear me out. Man, hold on, y'all. I got to get over here and talk to y'all. Say, listen, man, this is a day and a motherfucking celebration for all motherfucking players, Max, and everything. Listen to me, man. Say, every nigga in America going forward. I know Mexican got Cinco de Mayo. But May 5th going forward, nigga, is a national players holiday for all motherfucking players, nigga, on behalf of Kevin Samuels. He laid down the blueprint. He laid down the format. He the first nigga in our modern day time come through checking bitches and correcting hoes, and he done it on a national platform. Now, peep game, right? Now, they finna try to make the man look bad. The man wasn't married. Y'all tried to say he was gay. He wasn't found in no hotel room high fucking on the pump. No, man, my nigga died on top of a hoe, man. Yeah, my nigga died fucking. What? My nigga died like the nigga in Colors without the bullet shot. Oh, boy, that nigga my hero, God. Say, nigga, I might get a Kevin Samuels tattoo. Like how them niggas got the Young Dolph tattoos, the Nipsey Hussle tattoo. I'm coming with the Kevin Samuels tattoo. I vow to never put a nigga name on my body, nigga, but you got to go on me, nigga. Oh, say I got a new hero. Y'all niggas like Muhammad Ali, but I think the baddest nigga since Ali might be Kevin Samuels. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, let's say, I just found out how my nigga died. Oh, say, boy, listen. Say, man, listen. Say, boy, you talking about dying like that nigga on Colors and they came in. Now, Kevin Samuels, you the greatest, nigga. Say, nigga, you better than Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner had to put a bunch of holes around him. Say, all my nigga did was just cut on the camera and hoes flocked to him. The baddest nigga say, oh man, say, man, when I say we just got the reports. My nigga was in the hotel, the broad, or wherever they was. He was doing good night before last. My nigga was jumping. 9 times out of 10, man, he probably had the dick enhancement. We all do it, ladies. We all do it. Yeah, we all do it. My nigga probably overworked himself. You know how we do it, fella. And boy, we be laid back there, that motherfucker heartbeat. We can't tell the bitch. They say my nigga rolled over for one more session. Say he rolled over for one more session, got on top of her, and fell down. Oh, my nigga died on top of her. Say, it got to be a guard. It got to be a guard for players the way my nigga went out. Say, like the army. Say, like the military. Oh, say, boy, say, like the military. Oh, my nigga went on top. He been checking bitches and correcting hoes, and when he died, they find him on top of a hoe. Oh, what a way to go. Oh, what a way to go. Oh, you talking about a nigga. Say, listen, man. My nigga didn't die like King Von. He didn't die like Nipsey Hussle. He didn't die like DMX. He didn't die like what's that nigga? The fentanyl. He didn't die like that. He didn't die like Monster Cody. Who else? He didn't die like Prince. He didn't die like Whitney Houston. He damn sure didn't die like Michael Jackson. Say, my nigga died on top of hoe. And she said he was doing just fine the night before. Oh, my nigga fucked himself to death. Oh, Lord, if there's any kind of way that I can go, I sure wouldn't mind going like Kevin Samuels. Hell, nigga, fucked himself to death. Oh, boy, my nigga. Oh, my nigga. Oh, my nigga. Oh, I was sad. Man, I was sad. I was saying, oh, Lord, don't let him have found my nigga in a hotel with a punk. Oh, I knew he wasn't gay, God. Oh, God, don't let him. Oh, don't let him be with a bunch of niggas shooting dope somewhere, God. Oh, God, they didn't kill him at the club, did they? No, he died on top of a hoe. The way a real nigga supposed to go. With a bitch. Wasn't no homeboys around. It's him and the hoe. He fell on top of her. My nigga. Huh? God damn it. The boy laid the blueprint for us down, fellas. Going forward, we know how to check bitches and correct hoes. We don't let these bitches and these hoes put these unrealistic expectations on us. Kevin Samuels done freed us, y'all. Dr. King freed the Negroes. Kevin Samuels done come free the nigga.